We on the podcast, baby.
Club Talk. Jay Brody. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. You're now listening to that Club Talk. And now, your host, Jay Brody. 1, 2, 1.
All right, yes. Welcome back to another episode of Club Talk Podcast. This is your first time checking out the pod. Appreciate you tuning in, watching it. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Before I introduce my guest for today, who I'm excited to talk to this brother, man. This motherfucker's layered like like a fucking cake, like 3-tier, 4-tier cake. This dude does a lot, man. So I'm excited to talk to this brother. But before we bring him in, shout out to, y'all know I'm from Philly, gotta shout back home. If you are in need of a personal chef, you need an event catered, or if you're just trying to try some new food out there in Philly, if you're visiting, passing through, if you need meal prep done too, hit up my man Joe. That is with Joe's Chef Life Catering LLC, serving the tri-state area. That's Philly, Jersey, and Delaware. So if you're out there on the East Coast and you're trying to get some good food, hit up my man Joe Chef Life Catering. Out here in Ohio, locally, right here in Columbus, if you're trying to get right fit-wise, trying to get some nutrition in your body, hit up Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. That's right off of Broad and Yearling. Get you some shakes, some health teas. They also got a gym right next door. You can get your workout on as well. So hit up Whitehall Nutrition Lounge. Out in Dayton, Ohio, if you are in need of any logo design, album art, mixtape covers, website design, whatever you need done visually to represent your brand or business, hit up my man Deontay Tatum. That is with the FlyerAgency.com. Last but not leastly, shout out to my man Jamie Jenkins out there in Jackson, Mississippi with HelloBlackManJournal.com. If you have youth around you, if you're a parent yourself, you got nieces, nephews, daughters, sons, Hello Black Man Journal is a platform that helps the youth express themselves through the art of journaling, getting those thoughts out on paper rather than internalizing them. He also has merch for sale, journals for sales, and he also does annual conferences out there in Jackson, Mississippi. So if you're out there listening or watching on in Jackson, Mississippi, tap in with my man Jamie Jenkins. That is HelloBlackManJournal.com. All right, the time has arrived. The man is here. Let me give this man a proper introduction, man, because I've been down here deep diving into this man's catalog and just trying to research as much as I can. This man, like I said, this brother does a lot. MC, model, author, actor, brand ambassador for Yesterday's Paper, which I'm about to swap out a hat in a little bit. The Yesterday's Paper, brand ambassador for Coco Berry Clothing. I mean, you seen him with Stolly, you seen him with Class Murder, seen him with 38 Special, seen him with BD Siegel, seen him with Ransom. I mean, and a host of others, man. This guy is decorated as they come, man. Scientific is on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Yo. hell of an introduction. There.
Yes, man. Hey, you deserve it, man.
I appreciate that.
You done put in the work, man. And your story, which we're going to get into, is... Goddamn, you were telling me behind the scenes before we was getting recorded. You're like, yep, all that shit's true.
Yeah, all that shit true.
So we gonna unpack that stuff, man. But thank you for taking the time to be out here, man.
I appreciate you, man.
You
for having me, man.
Yeah, man, you're busy, man. You got a lot going on. Especially something going on the 8th next week.
8th. Oh yeah, we changed it.
Oh,
we had the verses coming up with Stally and me and my man Veda Azim.
So the date switched for that.
Yeah, we switched it to August the 12th.
August, okay, good. I'm glad we
August
cleared that up because people would show up like, yo, what's going on? Okay, August 12th. Okay, good. All right, man. Before we get into me asking you a bunch of damn questions, I want to shout out to Raheem.
Shout out to Raheem, Fortune over Fame. man,
most
good
definitely.
brother.
Yeah, for making this happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you and Raheem know each other?
Me and Raheem met. We got a lot of mutual friends.
Ah.
And it just came together like it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
That's it. That's it. Same circle.
Yep, same circle.
Ah.
Same like minds.
Yeah.
That's it.
That
So my man, my man Freedom, powerful.
Yep.
Born King, a lot of the other guys, and it just came through.
That dude knows a lot of people.
Yeah, he
man. I'm
know a lot
like,
of
man.
Yeah. Well, he got a good spirit. So when you got a good spirit, you attract a lot of people. So.
You can tell it's genuine too.
Very genuine. Which is
okay, cool. All right, so I was trying to figure out like where do I start with this dude at, man? Like how, like, you know, where do we start with this? So okay, first time on the show. Let's start from the beginning. Born originally from Columbus, or
no, I'm from Maslin.
Man, where is that?
Maslin, Ohio.
Cause I'm from Philly. I'm like, what the hell?
We get that a lot sometimes. Like,
is it a small town?
It's a small town, small football town up by Cleveland, Akron, Canton area, north side, north part of the state.
So you're about like 45 minutes from Cleveland.
About 45 minutes from Cleveland, exactly.
Okay, so
45 minutes from Cleveland, 45 minutes from Mansfield, and 45 minutes from Youngstown, like right in the center of all three of those.
So you could just drive and get to anyone. Yeah. Where would you frequent? Cleveland?
I went to school in Youngstown, so.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Probably
Youngstown if I had the choice, but Cleveland because I work up there right now. In and out, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, man, you do a lot, man. I'm curious to know what was first for you. Like, was the entertainment, music, acting, was all that stuff?
The first thing was basketball.
Okay, you got height.
I was sick. Well, I say that in one of my. You probably ain't gonna find that record. I say, but at 6'2", I stopped growing. I changed my route, y'all. Now I'm AI on these records. Like because if you ain't tall enough, if you're short, like I'm considered tall.
Yeah,
but I'm not that tall
compared to NBA standards.
Right, so. When you're my height, you got to be exceptionally skilled in something. Like you got to be able to jump high. You need to be as fast as something. Yeah. And I was just a good basketball player, so I was always the thinker. So I win because I thought games. But there was a lot of athletes that were better than me.
Athletically,
but not mentally. So I would win games on. But
I can outsmart you.
Right, I can outsmart you.
You can maybe jump through the fucking roof, but I can diagram a plan.
Right, I can find the open space and get open.
So you played in like high school and all that?
Yeah, played high school, a little bit of college. Went on to I had an opportunity to play for UC and Youngstown State. Yeah.
So you was better than these. You got some offers.
Yeah, I got some offers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just it was like that correlation with back in. What is that? The Curtis Blow correlation. Basketball, music. Basketball is rap and basketball. So.
Yeah, you was wrestling with both of them?
Yeah.
So you were doing the music as well at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah. When I started, my name was The Dragon.
The Dragon!
I was The Dragon. Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
I have no idea.
It your style?
It was like, I thought I was spitting fire. I was like 6th or 7th grade. And then, I got with some other guys, Area 51, and they kind of like, there was a lot of talented artists. So being around them, it was like a challenge and competition, a friendly competition to just sharpen your sword. So, and then as I started getting knowledge, get more information, that's when Scientific came. And it's like Dragon is like that savage part, and Scientific is the righteous part. So it's like let's shed that skin. Let's shed that,
Yeah, because I can hear some of the Dragon part come out when you're doing records with Ransom, 38 Special.
Oh my God. Oh, I gotta shout out to Ransom because
Go ahead.
shout out Ransom because when I sent Ransom that track, right? When I'm sent Ransom that track, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I need to get somebody. I'm killing this. I'm like, ooh, I bodied this. I'm like, somebody got it. I gotta have. So I get Ransom. Ransom agree to hop on. You know what I'm saying? We take care of everything. He agreed to hop on the track, and he just left Earth. So I text him. I'm like, why you gonna ether me like that? Why you do that to me? He was like, no, your verse was fire too, but So yeah, shout out to Ransom, man. Very good. No contest.
Ransom does what Ransom does, man. He's
I hit class murder too, and I was like, yo, man, Ransom. He's like, don't worry, Ransom do everybody like that.
It's just like, I was like, did I do something to you? Like, is this personal?
Yeah, he was like, no, you went too, you know. But, you know, yeah, he's just a different,
That's dope, man.
It's a different topic.
That's dope. I want to talk about your relationship with Stolly. Cause it seems like y'all go back.
Yeah, we go back. We from the same neighborhood, same areas. Yorkview, Walnut Hills, same area. Know a lot of the same people. I know his family. He know my family.
So y'all came up together.
Yep, a little bit.
Now was he MCing around that time you was doing rapping as well, or was
no? Yeah, I was MCing because I'm a little older than Stolly.
So he was rapping before him.
I was rap. He on his if you listen to the record on that song,
because I listened to that song, yeah,
he'll tell you like, remember when we was in the basement, we was in AD, and I told you I was gonna make it. We was like a little above him at the time, and he was younger than us, so he would be trying to do his thing, and like, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna do this, do this, and you know, kids, it was younger, so it was just like, okay.
So he's like teenagers.
Yeah, and then he went to college. I got an injury and. Things happening. He got an injury and the ball fell in his favor. You know what I'm saying? Because he went to play basketball too. Right.
Both had hoop dreams. Both rap.
Yeah. He was going to college to play ball and got injured, and somebody heard him in the radio. Somebody heard him in the barbershop. Most Def
heard something.
Yeah, heard the stuff on the radio.
Damn. Of course, we know what happened with Stolly.
Yeah, you know what happened with
Link with
Stolly.
Ross and all.
Shout out to PCG.
Shout out to them. Damn. Okay. So. Here's a random question. What do you enjoy most, performing or creating the record?
I want to say creating a record because creating a record drives me crazy.
Really?
Like it's challenging to we make music. A lot of times we make music from feel and for ourselves. But we also think about like, okay, what they gonna jump to? What they gonna? So sometimes it could be, you know, it could be mine. It could drive you a little crazy, but I enjoy it though. Like I enjoy that because I like puzzles. So I like challenges.
Got you. So creating a record is a challenge for you. Yeah. So you'll probably take that over actually getting on the stage performing it. I don't like performing, but really? I don't like performing that much, but I do. I do, but I don't. It's just like sometimes I feel like it, sometimes I don't. Is it a mood thing for you? Or
I'm very.
Or just people looking at you like,
because I'm an introvert, and sometimes in my mind it comes off like when you projecting. Sometimes it comes off as bragging, but it's not. But you're just displaying your. So sometimes I feel like I'm saying things without saying things. So I don't like performing sometimes. Like it's like we're supposed to perform. You're supposed to display your skill set.
Yeah, because I'm like a lot of what you do is outward expression, but it's interesting to hear that you're more reclusive and introvert, have an introvert personality, but you're a fucking artist.
Right, and that's why I get Stolly. He's an introvert.
Really?
And people don't understand him.
I wouldn't even think that.
He's an introvert.
That's fascinates me because I'm not an artist or nothing, but it's fascinating to hear like people who create art and give it to the world. It's like, nope, that's for y'all. Y'all can have it. I'm just gonna chill over here. There y'all go. Enjoy it. We're gonna go back in hiding now. It's like, no, we want more of you. Like, no, just
more of that.
Yeah. Like, can we book you? Oh fuck, now I gotta perform. Damn, that's interesting. So how did you link up with doing the being a brand ambassador for yesterday's paper? How y'all see that right there? And also Coco Berry. How'd you connect with them?
Coco Berry, they reached out to me, seeing me doing some little modeling stuff. So I think they just reached out to me and asked me and sent me like a little contract and stuff about saying that if I would get picked up and if I would get published, then I would get paid. So next thing you know, I was getting paid. so next thing you know, I was getting paid. And that's how Coco Berry came. And then yesterday's paper.
Yeah, y'all see the brand right now for y'all watching on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I got on right now.
I just switched the hat out.
Yesterday's paper, the slogan is like tomorrow's future today. Because as you can see, everything is getting and is becoming like a relic. We seeing less and less of newspapers. We seeing less and less of paper currency.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna be yesterday's paper. We see less and less. I got a couple logos where paper boys. We seeing less and less paper boys because we seeing less and less people. We get more paperless society. So that's what this yesterday's paper is about. And they project in 10 to 15 years that we might be all cashless here. So
God damn. Shit. That's a scary fact.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so
wow.
That's what all that embodies for me yesterday's paper.
So you'd rather do the modeling thing rather than the music thing?
Yeah, I would if I can sit and they're gonna put clothes on me and they, hey, we need you to take this, sit here. That's what I would prefer to do.
Really?
See, I've done the
you do runway as well? Fashion show runway?
Yeah.
Those probably a pain.
That was more terrifying than any performance, any tip off in basketball. You know how every game you get butterflies before basketball. Even though you've been played 1,000,000 games, you still get butterflies during tip off.
Ah, really?
That one was right. It was like, man.
What's terrifying about it? It's just because visually, it's just like you're just walking up and down.
Right, but you know that your walk is your performance. Your walk. So you know that each step that you take, everyone is looking at you.
Yeah.
So in that 30 to 45 seconds feels like 5 minutes walking down the runway.
I feel like you walking in slow motion.
And then when you get at the end of the runway, that's the money shot. So that's where
you
all the
photographers
or the designers is getting pictures of their clothes. So that's why you stay there for 3 to 5 seconds. So
I always wondered what that was.
Get the money shots.
So you got to give them something to like, yo, you better show my shit off.
And that's what she said. One day, that's what my coach said. She said, get the ladies what they want. I'm like, because they made me take my shirt off at the last minute. It was unplanned. They said, shit. Put that hat on and those jeans on. Yeah, leave your shirt off. I'm like, what? Leave my shirt off. And I walked up to her. She's like, yeah, get the ladies what they want. I'm like, I don't know what the ladies want. This was unplanned.
It's like, what y'all talking about?
Good thing I work out.
Right, there you go. And it worked out, huh?
It worked out. Couple whistles. I like 3 whistles in the crowd.
Play to the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Damn. So how'd you get into the modeling thing? Was that people reaching out to you too?
That was a passion. That was something that I wanted to do because I always wanted to do. I'm always looking for something to do to branch off from the music. The music is the foundation. That's just scientific.
Yeah.
That's me. But I'm always looking for things to do outside of that to branch off, to grow. So, and I like to entertain. So it's just like be a comedian or something, or be on front of the screen. So we gonna do these Tubi movies and all that. I already got one movie up there on Tubi and Amazon Prime right now.
Nice, so. That's fire. It doesn't seem like you say no to a lot of things.
Right. It's just I don't
like if it makes sense to you. Like I'm in.
Right. I feel like if you got all these ideas, why do you have to? I understand that if you focus on one thing and you put all that, you can probably get a little more accomplished faster with that one particular thing. But why limit yourself when you got a limited time? And why do you have to do just one thing? Yeah. If you can do 5 things, do 5 things. If it's not stressing anybody else out, if it's not causing anybody else anything, then why not do 5 things? It's your dream.
You're right.
It's your dream.
You're right. Because a lot of us, I think we get like set in like, okay, I gotta just stick with this one thing and just go hard with that. And I think we limit ourselves to the possibilities, like you said, with our talents.
Yeah,
like
limit
really
yourself.
Exercising.
Right. You limit yourself with the possibilities based off somebody else's perception, though. It don't even be yours. You be like, oh, somebody else don't think that's what you're doing. So you'll fall back on something.
Damn, I hear that a lot. Well, such and such, I can't do it, or they don't think I'm ready for it yet, or so I just listened and. What? You don't listen to the naysayers?
No, my thing is having fun and making people laugh and being a good person. That's it.
So someone said, scientific, we don't think the modeling thing for you. You should.
And you know the crazy thing is that my friends that don't think I'll be doing music, when they see me doing modeling, they make comments like, now that's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. See, then that's you. I said, oh, I hear that little jab. Right. I hear that little jab.
So what you trying to say?
Yeah, right.
The other shit ain't me?
Yeah. And that's more like it. I hear you. I appreciate it, though.
It's interesting how
Timothy Cargill. I hear
you. They drop. Yeah. Hopefully you watching this. Yeah. It's interesting how people look at us and create an idea or perception of what they think we should be doing or who they think we are. And if we gotta do something outside of that where they don't think it's like, why are you doing that? It doesn't make sense to them.
That ain't even you. That ain't even, I always like, if you try and put me in a box, I always say that. If you try and put me in a box,
I'm sticking one arm out. So, like, I'm sticking one arm out. So
yeah. How was your childhood coming up, growing up in a small town? What was it like?
It was
Troubled kid. Siblings, older brothers, sisters.
I'm the oldest. I got 6 brothers.
God damn.
My mom
6 brothers.
Yeah, my mom had all boys,
Woo.
and then I got a.
They used to try to gang up on you, fuck you up.
A sister and a brother on the other side.
Woo! So that's 8 of y'all total.
Yeah,
8 total. 8, right?
9
total.
Yep.
Man, you're the oldest boy.
Yeah.
Lord, how mercy. So was you just like a regular kid?
Just a regular kid.
In the sports, doing your thing?
In the sports.
Writing music.
Trying to write music. Taking care of my brothers. Typical stuff. Mom coming up a little bit, using drugs, veering off and stuff. So I was taking care of, doing the cooking and all that stuff, which I look back, sometimes we look back and we frown upon, and rightfully so. Like, we frown upon some of the things, but then I look about some of the things that we do as adults now. Like, all the drugs, I believe that whatever the hard and crack my mom smoked on the daily or whatever it was, I know it wasn't more than the weed I smoked today. I spent more on weed than she did on that. I know that. So when I start balancing that out, it was just like, stop being so hard on, like, because people choose what they need to do to feel like, to get them through the day.
How can I judge this one?
Yeah, so how can I? So I don't hold it. I don't hold it against it at all.
That's good.
Because during those times because she was there, so being the times that she was running around and me cooking sometime or cleaning sometimes, it helped me. Because I don't rely on a woman for that. I don't need her to do that. Now if she can do that, that's cool.
Right.
But I don't need. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to find a woman to replace mommy.
Right. You don't have to just be so.
Yeah. Wow. So you
I got balance from it. I got perspective from it. So.
Yeah, and it sounds like that put you in a position to where you had to become the man of the house very quickly.
Very quickly.
I gotta be fucking responsible because if I'm not the responsible one, all this shit gonna go to hell. Like this shit going, like everyone's looking to me to lead. Was that pressure or did you kind of like just accept that role?
It was what it was. It was just like,
damn, you wasn't like, fuck it, man. I gotta get up and get them ready for school and shit. And
no,
just like. You need to brush your teeth. It's time for bed. You need to get your clothes. You just kind of cooking and making sure everybody eat.
Your little brothers, they want to be like you. So at the time, I'm playing basketball. So they trying to play basketball and music and stuff like that. So
no pressure.
No pressure.
Woo! So in other words, you saying you built for this?
Man, built different. Shoulders is broad. Shoulders is broad. I think I grew up over there on Broad and
When did you realize that you had something that was more than just average? Because there's levels to what you do in the entertainment world as far as like rapping, acting, and et cetera, et cetera. When did you have a point where you realized like I got something here?
I've always felt like that creatively with a pen. If we're talking about with a pen,
like with the
then
because like there's tears, man.
Yeah, there's a couple times where I remember back earlier in my career, and we was in the studio, and I wrote a rhyme that all rhymed. It was like 16 bars, and it all rhymed with emergency, like urgency, emergency, the whole scheme. And I remember the guy in the studio was like, "You got the hardest bar and the hardest verse in the studio right now." And that was, and I didn't think that coming from the guy that said it said a lot to me, because the guy that said it was an animal. He was like our RZA.
Oh,
he was like the rapper, the producer, the engineer. So when he said it, it was like okay. And then I just started growing.
He's like, I made God so here.
Yep. And then there was I did some time in prison. So when I come home,
get into that.
When I come home from prison, and I think we don't hear it, but maybe you froze a little bit. So I think my style was kind of like 90s hip hop and all that stuff like that. So a guy on a comment on my YouTube was like, "Man, if you came out in the 90s, you would be a millionaire right now." So even that was a compliment in itself. Just to know that, maybe my sound, maybe dated to what it's going.
Dated,
right. That's because that's what he was saying. That's what
pretty much in a nice way.
In a nice way. Yeah. It would sound dated, but now it's back though. So like it's back. It might have been dated for a minute, but it's back now.
Man, oh man. I want to play some music, man. Let's take a quick break and play some music for the people, man. Something from your catalog. What should we get to people, man? What you feeling, man? Should we do something new? Something from man,
I'm gonna let you select it. I always pick the wrong songs. like
man, why would you pick that one?
All the songs that I perform, everybody be like, well, why aren't you performing this? And why aren't you performing this? Because they can hear a different bounce. They're in the crowd. Yep. So I'm thinking in my head like, oh, what may sound the best to the audience as opposed to what's gonna make a move the most in a performance type setting. So I start listening. Gilly the Kid told me that. I performed in Philly with Gilly.
Nice.
I went down there. Let's say I performed for Gilly twice. One in Philly, and then he let me perform on his stage in South by Southwest.
Nice.
In Austin.
Shout out to Gilly. That's love.
Shout out to Gilly.
Nice.
So he told me after it was like a showcase down in Philly, and I did late night archery, and I'm killing it. I'm thinking like I know I got two verses on it, but they're 24 bar verses. And he said after his critique was, you was killing it. He was like, but you took too long to get to the hook. He's like, we want to hear the hook. You know what I'm saying? We want to. So that was a critique itself, and I took that and never performed that song again.
There you go. Let's do checking boxes.
Checking boxes.
Huh?
That was right after that Royce and Mickey Fax spat thing. He's like, you checking these boxes? Yeah, checking all the boxes.
I wonder if that was a play off that.
Yeah,
it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is off the Science Project Volume 2.
Volume 2, my favorite.
That's
album.
Your favorite one?
My favorite album.
We'll come back and discuss why. Before we take this break, Scientific, let the people know where they can find you at, connect with you, follow, get the music, all that good stuff.
Listen, you can follow me at Scientific, SCEYENTIFIK, on all platforms, IG, Facebook. You can also find me at www.scientific.com, the same spelling.
It is. Make sure y'all tap in. Link with this brother, man. Dope individual, man. You won't be you'll always be entertained if you follow this man. Always got something going on, man. All right, man, we're gonna get into this record. We'll be right back here on Cloth Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere.
Feel like I'm Drew Holiday, that the Bucks is coming through. From staying 10 toes down, a couple months in the stew. And all you lollipop rappers, I heard it sucks to be you. And all the boxes check, work that UPS for a few. See, I know how to package, yes, and I know how to ship them. Just thought they noses runny, I ain't know that they was sniffing. And I grew up in the kitchen, as you can hear, slightly different. Hard-headed, but I listen, prefer jars to Scottie Pippen. Skyrocket with the clientele, gotta know what to buy and sell. Go with the flow, then you bound to fail. Never met a bro who applied the L. Only souls to cry for bail. Stay neglecting our higher self, but gotta hit stores to buy a shell. You smell good, oh that's why it's hell. We love hoes who fly as hell, and of course who pride themselves. Standoffish and shy as hell. Maybe a little bi as well, but I'm speaking from my prior self. Now I'm grading on a higher scale, overlooking her minor failures. You're not perfect. Feel like I'm Drew Holiday, now that the Bucks is coming through. From staying 10 toes down, a couple months in the stew. And all you lollipop rappers, I heard it sucks to be you. And all the boxes check, work that UPS for a few. See, I know how to ship them, know how to get them gone. Deliver O's off cricket phones, stack the bones, bigger homes. You know that progress is a process. Tried to make it out the projects as a Division I prospect. Then I bumped into the Loch Ness. You know the streets was a monster. On my chest a tatted mantra. A lot of wolves and sheep clothes, no sliver. Human anacondas, no gardens where I come from. For me to cut the grass, unaware of your sucker ass. The whole squad don't went flip mode. I chose to bust the path to keep it one. Fuck the dumb, hoping the coke and puppy last. Plug take off from November to January. Got a couple stash, drought coming, this reef ahead. Thinks ahead, she don't smoke, she likes to wear her beak instead. It ain't her fault, she peed to bed. Her manicure, my feet instead. Go, gas, you gon' reach the bread. Even if I don't reach celeb, I'm not the one you leave. Drew Holiday, now that the Bucks is coming through. From staying 10 toes down, a couple months in the stew. And all you lollipop rappers, I heard it sucks to be you. And all the boxes check, work that UPS for a few. See, I know how to.
Yes, we are back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast. Scientific is here. That was Checking Boxes off the Science Project Volume 2. Make sure you go ahead and get that, stream that, which we just said that's your favorite project that you've done thus far.
Project, yeah.
Why is that one your favorite?
I think because it displays my range, and I think that from album 1, Science Project 1 to Carnival Doors to that project, I think I became a better songwriter. So and when I hear that album, like it's fast, it's fast. But
it's a quick listen.
Yeah, it's a quick listen, but it's like you can repeat it just like there's no songs you can skip. You don't got to skip nothing.
Yeah, you can let it run.
Like, and then even with that Winning, which is outside of my element, it was like a fun record, and I still had. It was still a couple bars on there.
Yeah,
like, it was just like,
still gave
okay,
you...
this was like a younger crowd record.
Yeah.
So I did that with another artist out of Baltimore.
Nice. I want to talk about your writing process. So like because when I'm listening to your music, it seems like your songs you're coming in with a clear intention with a particular record. Like this is going to be the record. It's not all over the place. You're not just rhyming. Right. Like it's a complete thought. Right. How do you go about, like your writing process and selecting the beats from even crafting like, okay, I want to name this project this, and this album is going to be this. Like, how did your process work when you're creating your music?
Well, the writing process, like,
you be on that path for hours, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I can tell. See, like you select words. It seems like it's very like
I'll try and like sometimes I'll try and rhyme the second word in the sentence in the bar with the second word of the second sentence of the next bar, and then the last word of the bar, like bar, then it'd be tar. Like it'd be, so I'm trying to rhyme 2 different words and
still make this connect to that last one.
Right. And that's why when people ask me to freestyle, I won't freestyle, because when we used to freestyle, it didn't matter what you said.
You just
say something. But now it's like, I care about what I say because somebody might have heard me and be like, man, he was trash. I heard him that one day, he trash. No, I don't care what y'all heard. I know what I heard. So I don't freestyle. I'm very selective. And sometimes with the writing scheme, sometimes I'll be on a 16. It may take me days.
Really?
It may just take me, and it's just being all the way honest. It may take, I might have 2 bars, and that's all that I hear right now.
Dang.
But I know I got to finish this. And these two bars, I don't know what it's about yet.
Oh shit!
I don't know. After these 2 bars, now that 3rd and 4th bar, now I got direction. These first 2 bars is just something like the beat heard. Like the beat was just like, yo.
Oh, okay.
So and that's where the thought came. And then the next those next bar 3, 4, then I start getting into my scheme of the topic of the song or whatever the direction we going.
Really?
But them first two lines is just like, okay, I know I need your delivery got to be there. So them first 2 bars, like, okay, maybe the first line, that second line is either gonna be a hook where you're gonna laugh or something, or it's leading up to that 3rd or 4th bar to where we getting into the direction of it.
Do you sometimes work backwards? Like I can find the hook faster, so I can come up with the hook first, then I'll fill in like a verse.
Yep. Sometimes I do that, and I got that off Tupac. Seeing him on his thing, he was like, it don't take that long to write a song. Look, it's 20 of y'all in here. Look, take one verse, take one word out of the verse, and that's the hook. That's the name of the song. It's too many. Why y'all in here BSing? Like he was cussing people out in the studio that day.
Yeah, wow.
So sometimes you start from the hook. You can come from the hook.
Yeah, so it could take you days to finish a 16 a verse.
A day, and that's just being all the way honest, man. Transparent.
Wow.
Transparent. There's well, let me see. Beanie, I got a feature with Beanie Siegel.
Mm-hmm.
That feature I took home.
So you in Pyrex, right?
Yep, with Pyrex. Shout out to Pyrex. Free Pyrex. Yeah. Free Rex. We the Midwest up in here.
Yeah. That took you a minute.
Yeah. So I took that verse home. Like Beanie dropped his in the studio.
So y'all was
we
there.
We was all in the studio. Pyrex dropped his, Beanie dropped theirs,
and everybody looking at you.
I know I'm the closer though, and I know I'm trying to kill Beanie.
All right,
like I just know that I just want my verse to be. I know I'm on the track with him, so I know everybody's gonna listen because he's on here.
Because it's Beanie, yeah.
But I'm closing the record.
You're gonna be last when they hear.
Yeah, so it's like okay,
So you took that home.
I took that home.
This joint right here.
Yeah, on all the rest of the features. I sent out. Like I've never rewrote.
Really?
I never rewrote. Some people will send their verse back, and I'll be like with Ransom, for example. I could have rewrote and be like, "Oh no,
yeah, no,
I didn't rewrite.
You ain't gonna watch me like that."
No, I didn't rewrite for nobody. So everybody that's ever did a song with me, they got they didn't have their verses. They had my verses first.
So they got
they got to either go, you know what I'm saying, or go back and change theirs. So I never feel bad if somebody be like, well, dang, I think he might have got you on the record.
Yeah.
And I'll be thinking in my head like, yeah, but he might have rewrote his. Because of what I said. So,
right, because they're hearing yours first.
Right.
Oh, man.
But it's all fun. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so this right here took you a minute. You took this home.
I just took it home. Yup. I wanted to show a little. That's when I kicked a little Spanish in there. And
I you had fun with it.
Yeah, I had fun with it, but I wanted to let them know I was rapping.
You had Beanie back in your mind like, motherfucker, Beanie. Man, because that's always interesting. Like when you get around like MCs.
And his writing process is crazy.
Seeing it in person.
Oh my! It was like the way he was recording. It was like he was recording on one track. He was recording half his verse on one track, but he wasn't saying the whole verse. He was like saying like a couple words, leave space, and then come back on his second time around and fill in that with the. And I'm listening. I'm like, man, what is he doing?
So I've never heard one run through.
No, I've never seen nobody do this before. I couldn't. I was like, damn.
That's crazy.
I never adopted the technique because I don't understand the. You know,
like how you doing it?
But I just didn't understand what he was
doing. So it'd be like word spaces, and he would leave gaps.
Then he would leave gaps, and then he would go back on the run through and fill it in, and then it would sound seamless, like he said it all together.
That's fucking crazy. That's wild. Most rappers, they just spit it then out, come back, ad-lib it up, and I'm done.
Yep.
Damn. Wow. What was the toughest song that you ever wrote, if you can recollect?
Toughest as far as like what?
Emotionally. Like you had to go to a deep place to like, whoo, this shit.
Probably never the same. Never the same. I got a song, Never the Same. My grandma passed away. My uncle passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And around that time, my girl's mom had passed away too. So it was all like. And I had just put them all in that, just touched on a little bit of all of them. So
yeah, it was tough to write.
Yeah, me and my uncle passed away while I was in prison.
Man.
So yeah, so that was a little, it's a little rough, but we was close. We was close when I was out. So
yeah, because you're very. I was telling you offline before we started recording, like you're very honest in your music. What? Okay, so to get back on track, so we to make it make sense. So, okay, so as a young kid, your mom is out doing her thing. She's having her struggles. Mm-hmm. You're man in the house, taking care of the house, the brothers, make sure everybody eat, fed, school, and all that stuff. So at what point does you start getting into trouble with the law?
When I went to college, I was going to UC. Right. I was going to Cincinnati.
Ball.
And I was going to hoop for Huggins. And I was going down there. They were sending me letters and stuff while I was in high school, sending me. And then the last 5 games of high school, I got suspended.
Damn.
Because they found out I was hustling. But they didn't tell me. What they did was we're playing Canton-Timken and Canton-McKinley. These are 2 of the biggest schools in our area. So we playing Canton-McKinley Friday, and we're playing Canton-Timken Saturday. So Canton on Friday, I keep getting yanked out of the games.
You don't know why?
I'm talking about. I'm like, what? I never come out the games. Never.
This the first.
Never come out the games. So I'm getting yanked, and I'm like, I'm sitting on the bench like, what the fuck? This is the biggest games in the city. Like, why am I?
Why?
And he later on, fast forward, my coach told me, he said, Mike, I was trying to get Travis ready for the big game because we knew you was cut. We knew we was cutting you because they found out I was hustling. I pulled up next to the principal in a Cadillac on Dayton's. He was like,
shit.
So when I got down to UC, I tried to walk on because at the time they was showing it a lot of interest. So I was like, okay, I ain't gonna get the scholarship. I'm gonna go down there and walk on. Mm-hmm. They tell us so we about to have tryouts. They tell us they ain't keeping nobody. So as an 18-year-old, I'm just like, damn. I ain't keeping nobody. Well, shit. They tell us this before the tryout. Like,
shit.
We ain't gonna keep nobody. So So with that, I'm like, shit, I ain't even trying out.
Like, why am I here?
When I should have, but I didn't. So what I called Youngstown State, who was also recruiting me hard, and he said, Mike, where you been? I said, I'm down here at UC right now, just trying to play ball. He said, if you can shoot as half as good as you could in high school, I'll give you a 2-year scholarship right now. I withdrew my classes. I withdrew. So when I withdrew from UC to went to Youngstown State, when I withdrew from UC to go to when you go from Division 1 to Division 1, you got to sit out that semester. So when I sat out that semester, that's when I caught my drug charge.
Was there retrospectively looking back, was there any point in your mind when you was thinking, I should stop this shit because I probably got opportunity here? Or was you just like, even I don't know how much value we want to put in it, but I remember when me and my girlfriend at the time, we went to see a psychic. Oh,
and
shit.
She was like, and she was telling me, she like, oh yeah, you going to jail. She was just telling, I'm like, she's like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing out here, but you going to jail. So I'm like, I was upset, I was like, why you take me in there? Because the girl got me to go in there because I never was on that.
We need to go talk.
We need to go. Yeah, we need to go. We having problems. Let's go see what they say.
Whatever.
All right. Well, you going to jail? That's exactly what. And I think I went to jail maybe a year later.
Damn.
And that ain't even to say that I'm going to jail because she said it. I was fucking up. When you look at it, I was out there doing the wrong.
Dang, man. Wow. What without disclosing too much or past the statute of limitation, what got you involved into like, you know what, I'm just going to get my hustle on? Wrong crowd, wrong people.
Just
needed the money.
Following, seeing people in the projects. My cousin, shout out to my cousin for sure, because he didn't want me hustling.
Try to get you out that shit.
I mean, he eventually got me. I mean, he eventually put me where I needed to be. But he didn't want me.
Him?
Yeah, I looked up to him as far as street stuff, hustling and stuff. And when I remember he gave me 3 stones. And I remember when I sold that 3 for $50, and I felt so happy. I was so happy. I was like in 10th grade, and I'm like 10th or well, no, not that early, probably 11th grade.
11th grade, first sale.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I was so happy because I felt like it was so easy. I'm like, man, this was great. Man, I got $50 right there. Like, and I went to try to go give him his $25, and he was like, no, cuz just stay out the way, man. Stay out the way. Like, man, you don't need to be. And long story short, eventually I started, as I got a little older, instead bugging him, and he knew. Yeah, so I just started getting to it then.
It was that rap after that. You like, this money too good, man. How can I say no to this? Like, I just made 50 that quick. Yeah, so if I get more stones than that, I can make this, right? Yeah. You start doing a quick math.
You see you see the money, then you see what they're driving, you see the images they're
see the lifestyle.
So that's what it was.
You see the lifestyle, man. Oh man, wow.
And then for real, those was like those sometimes in poverty-stricken neighborhoods and areas in our neighborhoods, those drug dealers or they become sort of like father figures to a lot of the kids, and you know how they be looking. We look to them and stuff. So we look for them to style and look for certain things that we may not be, because we all living in broken homes.
There it is. Yep. Because you're right. Because it's real easy to get caught up in that. Because you're growing up in broken homes. If a father figure is not present, or mom trying to be both mom and dad, you're gonna fall short in guidance somewhere. If you ain't got uncle or a mentor in the hood that's a positive mentor or a positive image. You're more susceptible to be more impressionable. Like, ooh, I want to do what they doing, or that's how you get that car, or how you get that chick. She the baddest chick in the neighborhood. I want that. Yeah, that's exactly I want the fresh sneakers. I want the fresh fit. I want all that.
And it's just an image, and it's all an illusion.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about your song "Image" in the bit too. Perfect for that too. Yeah. It's captivating, but as you see, the other end of that, like a year later, jail.
Year later, jail.
Right there, man. Was you sitting when you got? So how did you get caught the first time?
For the drug charge, because I did a complicity and voluntary manslaughter charge too. So they ran it together. But
Jeez, they try to hem you up, boy. They try to end you. God damn. You was about to be out of here. Man, you blessed to be sitting on that couch right there. You really could have been out of here.
Yeah, so the first charge, I believe, well, the charge was when I got the paper, I seen it, and it was just like I made a drug sale at my mom's house. And it was my grandma's boyfriend that kind of set me up. So
what the fuck?
And he used to give us food stamps and everything, you know what I'm saying? He passed away, you know, it is what it is. For whatever reason, I'm not saying, that's the thing. Like, I don't.
That's so weird.
You get up, it angers you and it pains
at that
you.
time, you're like, what the fuck,
right,
man?
yeah, especially, but as you grow and you grow, I'm like, and when people do things like that, it's just like he had to do it. Whatever decision he felt like he had to make for him at that time. I'm not saying that what he did to me was right.
Right.
I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like when people be in that situation where they feel like they gotta, you just don't know what type of pressure they be facing and all that. So I don't know. I ain't justifying it because it is what it is.
Yeah, if you're doing what you were doing.
I was doing what I was doing anyway.
Yeah.
For him to even be able to be in that position.
There you go. There you go.
So.
Dang, so that's the first time out you got caught. Yep. Set up by your.
My grandma's boyfriend.
My God.
He had a white chick with him, and I was just like, who's that white chick? He's like, oh, that's my girl. That's my girl from Barberton, or some spot that she was from. But she happened to be a cop. She was the actual cop.
The white girl.
The white girl was the actual cop.
Yep. And you're 18 at that point? 19? A little older?
I was 19.
19.
19.
Man, hoop dreams done. Find yourself in jail. Goddamn. So you were sitting for how long at that point? Your first time?
Oh, I only did one time.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I was probation and then I did 13.
That one time got you 13.
I got the drug case. They gave me probation for that. So I got 3 years probation.
Okay.
And then the involuntary manslaughter, they gave me 10 because I took it to trial. So they ran it.
Fought it.
Yeah, hell yeah, I fought it.
You like, I ain't do that shit.
I didn't do that. So I ran, and it ran wild. They ran it wild.
God.
They offered me 6 years, and I got to sit there. I'm like, damn. I'm already locked up doing 3. 6, that's 9. The most I can do is 13. Let me take my chances with y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and take because I got to see how these people is gonna present this stuff,
right?
And who's all gonna come and look at me,
right? You know what I'm saying? So, point them out. Yeah, so was it multiple of y'all?
Yeah, it was like 5 of us up there. So,
did anybody take the bait? You know, so there's always somebody that take the bait.
Yeah, it was a crazy story because it was a plan. We was being led by a guy that was kind of trying to lead us and direct us into
the situation,
because he was older, and we were in a situation we was kids.
You're following his
guidance. So
guidance.
he was giving us guidance. He was kind of giving us bad guidance. So I don't fault nobody because we were getting bad guidance from somebody that we revered.
Looked up to the person. Yeah. Oh man.
So again, but some of us took immunity. I don't know who. I don't know who.
Woo, they didn't disclose that to y'all. We got your buddy in the other room, so you better fucking speak now, motherfucker.
It ain't. Some of us, you know.
Man, but you stood on yours.
Yes, we all said some things we shouldn't have said.
Somebody said a little too much.
Yeah, we all.
Why do you say that?
And that was being led by. You know what I'm saying? That was just us being coached by the wrong person. We was all impressionable. So I don't hold that against nobody. And they tried to throw mud here and there. Like,
they put y'all against each other.
You said this. Oh, even the streets. Well, oh yeah, I heard you. And I just always say like the most time I could have did was 13.
That was the max.
I didn't get a deal. I didn't do no furlough. So the most time that I possibly could do, I did.
You did your time.
All the time that you not you got out in 12, not you got a judicial, not a furlough, not
that motherfucker.
Only thing, right? He didn't take a plea. So all the time that he could do, he did it. So I don't. That's why it'd be disturbing sometimes. But it is.
Was it so? And I'm gonna ask you about your time in there, the 13 years. But so when you came home, was the reception like? Did people receive you differently and look at you differently? Did you feel a little different
You just feel different from just
like people looking at you like, oh
yeah, because it ain't even people. It's you tricking yourself into that.
It's all in the head.
Yeah, because when you go in there, like when you raised out here, we're conditioned to love thy neighbor, respect each other, treat each other kindly, blah blah blah. So you're not on the defense. In there, you have to switch your whole computer and to be on alert about everything and all the time. So now, after a certain amount of time, you do a lot of time. For example, I did 13. You do it that time. Now you come out and you're still in defense mode against everybody, and you shouldn't be. But that's what you're still trained and conditioned. So you got to wait. It takes time for that to. So I'm real hyper vigilant, and when I'm around, I'm always like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? I'm always everything is just because of. When I used to play basketball in prison, I dropped 40 on 50.
God damn.
I'm putting in work on them.
Cooking motherfuckers.
And I would have to stand on the wall because after a game of me dropping 40 and 50, I ain't talking not word of crap. Dudes want to jump me. So I got to stand on the wall and watch, just seeing how everything move because I dropped 40 and 50 and I'm light skinned.
Damn. That's interesting. That's fascinating. So you find yourself while you're doing that, you know, you're 13, that you had developed this institutionalized mindset that when I had got out, I'm still carrying this institutionalized mindset. And now you're thinking people are looking at you a certain way, but
they're just
they could give a fuck less.
They could care less.
You're like, that motherfucker look a little.
Yeah, he looking at or look
3 seconds too long, motherfucker. Why you staring?
Yeah, and it's just, and I learned that aspect of her from going to counseling. Talking to a counselor, and she told me because she used to work in the prisons, and when she kind of let her hair down, basically like giving me her rundown spill, I felt much more comfortable with letting my hair down. So I was just like, okay, look, this me, da 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 da. And then she explained to her, she was like, yeah, it takes time to process that, to turn that switch back on and off. So when I got out, I was in the doors. I was looking out the windows in the door. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, them white people across the street is looking at me. Why they looking over here? And they ain't paying no attention. But that's how paranoid I was. Like, I thought everybody was looking at me.
Man. Okay, talk about your time in jail. 13 years, man. So you're in there. What's your mind like at that time? Like, do you like, my fucking life is over? I'm fucking stupid. I done did the dumbest shit I could have done.
The whole time, I think. There's two thoughts. One, I felt like I shouldn't have been there. So when people be like, you know, you locked up, blah, 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 what you in here for, da, 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 like, I genuinely felt like I shouldn't have been there.
Like, I'm not one of y'all.
I'm not one of y'all. But again, I had to grow into one of them to remain amongst one of them safely. You know what I'm saying?
In the belly of the beast.
You got to grow into one of them.
Damn.
To protect, just to protect yourself, but just to keep motherfuckers away from you. You know what I'm saying? Before even trying you in that regards. Yeah. But so the whole time, I knew I felt like I wasn't like some of the people that was in there. And secondly, I felt like because of my innocence, I knew that I was innocent, like 100% in my heart. I always felt like that I would never do all my time.
You like, I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm gonna get out. So that's what kept me. And I look up, damn, it's 6 years that went by. Like, I literally, before I realized I was doing time, 5 years had went by before I really started sitting down reading books and all that. I was playing basketball, football. They taught me how to play softball. So bad ball, football, softball, basketball, football, and the seasons was flying. I look up, 5 years ago.
You're like, I'm 26 and 25 years old.
So I thought about all the things I've done, all the drug cases and all the drug exchanges that I got away with, a couple abortions that I had when I was younger. So I factored all that into my time to justify, like, okay, you know what, you done all the abortions, them babies you killed, all that dope you sold that you got away with, you may be innocent of this crime, but you done some shit that you probably needed to sit down for. So at about 8 years, I felt like I was ready to go home. I'm like, shit, I'm ready. Like, shit, okay, I ain't deserve this.
Right. You start getting angry,
okay,
like, yo, come on,
okay,
man,
I'm
why
here,
I'm still here?
Okay, I'm here, but I don't deserve this.
Jeez, man.
I'm ready to go home. Shit.
Is it true when the saying goes, like they say, when you in there, all the people that you think were closest to you, they're no longer there?
Yeah, and I think that that's the expectations we place on people based off relationship. Like, oh, you my brother. So because you're my brother,
you should be writing me, you
right,
should be visiting,
but he
put
don't,
money on my books.
Right, but he don't owe you that. He don't owe you that though.
Most people see that different
Right,
though.
but that's the thing though. Is that your brother should want to do that for you. That's the thing.
Don't place that on him.
He should want to do that for you based off of, okay. But there's a flip side to that. What did you do? Well, how did you affect the family? How did you, you know what I'm saying? Did you cause this turmoil between mom, brother, blah, 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 blah. How did mom feel? How did you do? And he could be holding that against you. Like, man, you fucked mom over, da, 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 da. So he may not want to send you that.
I don't owe you nothing.
I don't owe you
fucked
nothing.
the family up.
Yeah. So it's a whole bunch of things that people can, it ain't just one thing all the time. It's many layers. Like you said, it's many layers.
Yeah.
Layers.
That's deep. That's deep because I remember, you know, growing up in Philly, you know, some of my boys would go away and they'd go to jail and they would come back years later. They'd be like, man, y'all don't give a fuck about me. Nobody fucking wrote me. Y'all ain't send money. Y'all ain't do this. Y'all ain't call even see how I was doing. Like, yada, 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 yada. And just like kind of like made people feel bad for the decision you made.
Right.
It's like you decided to do the dumb shit. Like,
you don't, they don't owe you. For me, for my situation, I did hold some grudges in a sense because of the things that I know that what I was doing for some of the people out there.
Right.
That was around.
You had loyalty to people. You expected the loyalty back.
I feel and then when you call home to a close family member,
you received a call from
and
such
they
and
answer,
such county.
Yeah, they answer. And when you call back the next time, a week later, and it's a block.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So like, damn, yeah. And that's basically saying like, when I hear that block, that's basically what I read is like, oh no, we ain't gonna start this. That's what I see. Oh, we ain't gonna start this.
Woo, man, that's a tough position to be in, man, because you're in there and you still need that support. You still need to have a connection outside of these motherfuckers. Like, fuck this celly, fuck them guards, fuck this nut ass food, fuck this fucking court, this track, like fuck all this shit. I just need to talk. Can I talk to my mom? Can I talk to my pop or my sister or my girl?
My mom was locked up the same time I was locked up.
Lord Jesus.
Did you hear that song I
did? I got that written down.
My mom was locked up the same time I was locked up.
That is wow. I definitely got that down here too. I was like, because I was into the record. And you had that line in there.
That's a real. I remember her writing me from Marysville.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that record. But yeah, that's man. So you eventually like let that go. Like, you know what? People don't owe me shit.
Don't nobody owe me nothing. And with that attitude, I try not to ask for it. Even people that I know, I can call up and be like, hey man, I need some help with this. Yeah. I really try and struggle and figure it out myself.
So you'll exhaust everything that you got before you reach out to people. I reach out. Never the first option is like, let me hit so and so.
Yep, never. I'll just exhaust it because I just rather have it on my hands. That's all.
Yeah, you like to be independent. Yeah, you like to say you don't need people for nothing.
Yeah, wow. Definitely. But the thing is, we do. We're interdependent. We're codependent. We all need each other for something. We all need each other.
Yeah, man, we do. Like, it's weird because like we always like we were talking about earlier how as men, you know, we chest out, head up, like I'm good, I'm a G, I got this, I can do this on my own. I don't need nobody else. I don't need no support. I don't need that. I got this. I can mob on my own. It's like, yeah, but look where that got you. Like, you're still in the same place where you know you. All that prideful shit is not really getting you nowhere. Right. You know, you gotta open yourself, like mingle with people. Like, it doesn't make you less of a man to be like hit another man like, yo, bro, I need your help on this one. Can you help me out? I was like, for sure, I got you. Then you can exhale. It's like, let that shit go, man. Like, it don't take nothing away from, you know, you as your manhood, so to speak. Right. I don't know. Some men feel like it does. Some men, I don't. Like, I don't have no problem be like, yo, I'm kind of jammed up right now. Right. I used to be that way. Like, I think probably within this year though, I just let it.
Right. But when you
took a while. I was like, yo, I do kind of need to reach out to such and such.
But see, the thing is that sometimes too, the way you carry yourself, having what my friend calls them, my man Wise call them having your fronts up. So it looked like you all right. It looked like you all right. So with that being said, when you look like you all right all the time, people think you all right. So when you say like, "Oh, I'm fucked up," they don't believe you because they used to you looking like you all right.
like you got it. Look at you.
You all right.
That's true. And you speak to that in your song "Image."
Images,
man. Yeah. Woo. We packing a lot, man. We diving into it, man. Let's take another break. Scientific. Let's play some more music from your illustrious catalog that he forgets the lyrics of all the time.
All the time.
Are you working to get better at that?
I'm trying to get in touch with my ghostwriter right now.
You know they're gonna believe that. They're like, I told you that motherfucker had a writer.
We had a writer.
Have you ever received help from someone? Got stuck on a bar or a line or something like, yo, give me something. Never.
I don't think. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a hook or because hooks are, sometimes as a lyricist, it's hard to simplify hooks for me sometimes. So I'll be trying to think of easy. So sometimes I don't know. I can't recall nobody ever penning anything for me.
Never. No writer's credit due to anyone. Now somebody's gonna be under this comment like, when you was in the studio, you got stuck on that.
I've helped people.
So you've helped people.
Yeah, I've wrote for people and I've wrote hooks for other people.
But
I haven't wrote a whole 16 for nobody. But
gave him a liner here. So
yeah, I gave a liner here, there.
But never
inspiration behind the hook.
Stuff like that. Yeah, we throw a bone here and there. Never received anything. A line, a hook, nothing. That you probably hold yourself in a high regard for that. Like, I had
nobody.
I penned all this shit myself. Whether it takes
no. Now I did say something. I'll be like, let's say podcast. I might say, the Godcast, and Rose might say, oh yeah, if you say, oh yeah, that sound hard, or you say it like that one. Okay. You might have got something like that, but yeah.
Okay, that's different. Actually,
like if I say 2 lines, and he'd be like, no, that line sound harder than that one.
Okay, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Scientific. Let the people know where they can follow you at again, where they can get their music, where they can find everything that's going on with you at again. Before we take this break,
you can find me on www.scientific.com. Scientific on all social media platforms, IG, Facebook fan page, and the spelling is SCEYENTIFIK.
There it is. This is Cloth Talk Podcast. We'll be right back. Let's get into the joint with you and Styly. How about that?
Carnival Doors.
Carnival Doors. Yeah, we'll be right back here, right on Cloth Talk Podcast.
Scientific. Hey yo, be careful what you wish for. We out of your stratosphere, that's not Vegas on the 5th floor. That's Vladimir Klitschko, no featherweight. Educate my people on Section 8. Remind me of Usher. Who the singer? Nah, you know that dude with the collection plate. Keep your hand out. Pandemic drought, still hop the plane to check the fam out. I hit the bank in my tree trunks, just trying to branch out. I'm like that white Jesus in Egypt, so I gotta stand out. It's 330, my style, science blended with Kyle. Made a vow to every producer on tracks to move my bowels. Wow, the milk is proud went from child to look at me now. Carnival Doors in Ohio, couple clicks and they go viral. Yep, skip the highway, flew in on Friday. Got a finger like Malcolm X, the squad. Move whenever I say, leaning out the window sideways. Cause it's a Friday, beat Corona-19, then park something sick up in the driveway.
Yeah,
Let's
that's that
go.
perfect time to link for real. Carnival Doors, drop head, windows up on the Mulsanne. Music blaring down Lincoln Way, wide body cover 2 lanes. This that York View, Walnut Hills, 16th
Felt like the perfect time to link for real. Carnival Doors, top off, windows down on the Jeep field. That barbecue grill music blaring out the coupe field. You know that Underhill, Shriver Park, LC Jones, Hoopfield.
Let's be specific, scientific, we go way back. Since Normans and Schraders, Jordans and wave caps. Since 80s basement I said I put on, and that remains facts. I blaze tracks and trails, hand tacked with nails. Sacrifice but never sacrifice my skills. It's just a God in me, astaghfirullah, hope the angels pardon me. As far as I can see, it's been prophecy since 2128 harsh. Been 5-star sharp, can't rank a general with a 2-part heart. You see it's cold and it's dark, so it's nothing to sever ties. It's no welcome look them in their eyes. So it's nothing to tell them bye. I can't wear disguise and hide. Not on this record here. Wouldn't be fair to my conscience if I ain't set the record clear. It's a lot of hate back there. That's what I reckon, yeah. The mission much bigger, so I had to dig deeper and throw it up in the air like LeBron powder. See, that's divine power. As I glance over at the time, it's the God hour. So it's forgiveness in my heart. And I could've used this verse to talk shit, but cops killing blacks and we still fighting COVID.
Felt like the perfect time to link for real. Carnival doors, top off, windows down on the Jeep field. That barbecue grill music blaring out the coupe field. You know that Underhill, Shriver Park, LC Jones, hoop
yeah, this that perfect time to link for real. Carnival doors, drop head, windows up on the Moussain. Music blaring down Lincoln Way, wide body cover 2 lanes. This that York View, Walnut Hill, 16th hand.
Everything you pedal for. Me and Stally like LeBron and Wade, but I'm jelly though. I'm jelly though. Get the metaphor. Felt like the perfect time to ink a deal. From Ohio where we keep it real. And the rest of the world sleeping still. It's for the love of speaking still. Usually showing off my ether skills, but just got that tip top and sneaker feel. Felt like the perfect time to ink a deal. From Ohio where we keep it real. And the rest of the world sleeping still. Let's for the love of speaking still. Usually showing off my ether skills, but just got that tank top and sneaker feel.
Yeah, we are back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast. That was Carnival Doors off the album Carnival Doors. Yeah, the single off that, Scientific and Styly right there, which y'all go way back. Oh man, okay, so pick it up where we left off from. So in jail, you do your 13 years. So what was the first move for you to when you got released and you back home? Like at this point, like you said, like you're still finding yourself in that mindset of like being institutionalized or whatever, but you're in paranoid mode every fucking where you go. Like people, somebody look at you like, what the fuck? So how long did it take you to, before you got, back into the workforce or whatever it was, like how long did it take you to readjust to quote unquote normal life?
I'm still adjusting.
Jesus, Scientific.
I'm still adjusting.
God damn.
It's real.
Is this weird right now?
No, it's real in this mental, that overthinker.
You're still adjusting.
It's still adjusting.
And you've been home how long now?
10 years.
Still. A decade later. That's still so this is just a testament to, for people who are listening and watching, how jail, prison, whatever can really affect a person.
It can really affect you. It can really
speak to that.
Like it's so traumatic in a sense, like is inhumane. It's nothing that you want your worst enemy or any of that to go through. And what I mean by like you have to be penalized to be rewarded in there, so to speak. When you go for a visit, somebody comes sees you. First, they got to shake you down and lift up your butt cheeks, go through your mouth. They degrade you first in order for you to get to see your people. And then when you come off visit, the same thing. So it's like a man is looking at you, at your balls, your butt crack, lifting up all this for you to go see your people. It's like, okay, you want to see your people? This is what you got. So it's like some people wouldn't get visits because some people, because it's just like you don't even go through that all the time. Some people wouldn't get visits just because of that, or somebody smoking weed in the pod or something like that, and they just come in with these all black suits and just stop and make everybody freeze right there and get to stripping people naked sometime. You know what I'm saying? They trying to just degrade you. It's nothing that I would, and I wasn't into, I started off at Lancaster, then I went to Madison. Lancaster was wild. Madison was wild on one side, and then they had one wild block. So it was pretty cool. So, what was I going?
How it traumatized you?
Yeah. Just going from all the things that that aren't normal. So you getting took out of a normal environment and get put in an abnormal environment, forced to normalize this abnormal environment and make it more normal. And it's really the psychology of what is it called? The psychology of human behavior. They got 5 stages. You got You got storming, norming, forming, and performing. So you got 4 stages. When you get a whole bunch of people together, a whole bunch of ideas is clashing. It's a lot of storming. And then once you see that you may have similar ideas, you start forming. And then once you see that these similar ideas or somebody that you want to be around, then you start performing. You start carrying out this shit. So it's a you know what I'm saying? And that's the psychology between human behavior. And that's what that place is. It's like a melting pot for that.
Shit. That's heavy, man. Woo. Oh, mercy. God damn.
Scientific.
You're right. Okay, so is that where you start to gain knowledge of self, read these books, get your name and all that stuff, like you start to this self?
Well, prior to me going in there, the brothers, I was rapping with the group Area 51.
Right.
So Area 51, there was a couple members that was going down to Steubenville and was rapping with Killer Army, Wu-Tang and all that. So they was getting the knowledge down there and bringing it back. Yeah. So I kind of knew like mathematics and alphabet before I went to prison. So then when I got to prison and getting around Supreme and Knowledge Born and all these other brothers, then it's just like start feeding that receptor.
Yeah.
And then they call me the sponge because they'll sit there and I just be like, I won't say nothing.
You just
but
listen.
I remember everything they said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm making my tool sharp, my knife sharp.
Woo.
So,
man.
And I used to lack confidence with speaking.
Really?
Until I got around the brothers and it was like, you the guy, right? I'm like, yeah. Well, like, I don't know no shy guys. How you gonna get anything done? Like, how you gonna get anything done? God's work. Like, you get things done. Like, how you gonna help the community? How you gonna help save? Or what are you doing with this knowledge?
Yeah.
Like, you just got it. Like, so that's when I just became like, okay.
You embraced it. Like, I need to. And
I became more my confident because I knew what my vocabulary was good. I was decent. I ain't a dumb dude. So it was just like, just be confident in your spill. I used to lose students like that because I used to teach a lot. And one of my mentors told me, he's like, you know why the brother don't respect you? He's like, because he don't respect your knowledge. He's like, look at you. You don't talk confident, brother. Like, this is the Muslim brother teaching me too, telling me this. He like, yeah, you gotta, and I embraced that.
Wow.
I embraced that because it was good criticism.
Right.
Because I got some things to say. Say it.
Right. You know what? That just made me think of something. Let me ask you this. Like, do you think like today's time versus like, you know, back at that time, tough love was more acceptable and needed? It seems like this generation, when it comes to like really like telling it like it is, oh, like,
yeah,
don't say that. Yeah, you gotta be pacify him a little bit. You can't come like straight like how the Muslim brother came at you. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. This is why these kids ain't listen to you. Right. Look, here it is. He like, look, you gotta let me talk to you a little bit.
You gotta dress it up. It's like sports. It ain't, and I ain't saying it ain't right or wrong. It ain't right or wrong. But the thing is that you know that you can't coach every player the same. So it bees like that sometimes. Yeah. So and then these kids in this age is like, well, I'm just expressing my truth. Just expressing my truth.
Everybody got their own.
They got their own truth. So what I'm
allowed to feel
right.
This way.
What we do, we get stuck in the way that we were brought up, in the way that we believe that we turned out okay, and our moms did what they did to us, and we turned out okay. So, but we don't realize is that the times are adjusting. So we have to adapt to as parents with the time. You can't raise them the same way. Back when we was good, you had to call one phone. And they had a cord on the you know, from the kitchen, like, you know what I'm saying? You had
the house phone.
It's so much, it's different. So we have to raise them in the climate, according to the climate. So you just got to adjust to the climate. You can't raise them like we were raised. It's just
different times.
You can't whoop them. You can't get a paddle.
So it's like, what can you do to them?
Right, so you got to...
Can't talk to them. You can't put your hand
right.
It's weird because
it's wild. So it's like the only way you get through to them is what? By taking a computer?
Give me your phone. Give me a tablet. Give me the.
Whereas we had to stand in the corner, or we got a whooping, or we had to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or we ate, but okay, you gonna eat this bullshit.
Yeah, you know, right. Yeah, just different times.
Different times.
Man, let's break down some of these lines in these songs, man. Because everything we're talking about is all in the music.
It's all in the music.
You put it all in the music.
It's all in the music.
And you know what's tricky about music, as we, you know, get ready to break down some of these lines in your songs. Music has a way of, like, with artists, y'all have a way of making putting shit in there that gets by people because the music is grooving and the beat is shaking. Like, you can miss some shit. Yeah. Like, cause you like doing your 1, 2, and you like, and this motherfucker saying some heavy shit. Like, I was catching.
Like, bro, I done heard this song 10 times, bro. I just heard that.
Yeah, like I find myself doing that to a lot of your because your production, you know, with most of your projects, pretty much all it's all they sound different. It's a different feel. The production is tailor made for that to give you a specific vibe and feeling. You know, I listen to your record, so I found myself as I'm like listening to your stuff, go through the catalog and whatnot. I'm like just like find myself nodding and just like vibing and listening, catching like the end of shit tough, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck did he just say? I'm like, yo, that was dark as shit. I'm like, run that back. I'm like,
yeah, that made me feel good, man. That made me feel like the process is working. The process is working.
There you go. Confirmation for you right there. Like, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, man. That's because I really be listening, like you said, like listening to people. You know, because I got East Coast ears. Like, listen to people like Beans.
Good ears to have.
Yeah, so I be catching shit. Okay, so on the Science Project Volume 1, right? Images. We got a song called The Images. You have a line, we say we all live by opinions, but only if they're popular.
Yeah. Well, if everybody else is doing it, if everybody think it's cool, then everybody else think it's cool. Like, we only live by opinion only if they're popular.
Yeah.
Only ones you can see in your binoculars. Like, it's like, if they popular, they make sense to people, and that's not all. Like, that's not the in crowd is not always the in crowd. So and then that come and that then it project off into our image and what we think what we think matters to other people. We only go by a popular opinion. That's it. So that's why then you start seeing fads and trends. Because of that popular opinion.
Man, so there's more sheep than there are in the world. Love, not a lot of leadership where we're noticing in the society.
Absolutely not.
Oh man, what do you think it takes to really have to like be a leader and stand out and not follow what the quote unquote norm is and the trendy things and just say, oh, like so. Let's say for example, like, okay, so BBLs are what's happening. If I'm a lady, I gotta get the BBL now because I guess all the other ladies get the BBL.
That's that popular. That's that popular thing.
Gotta get the lip fillers, the injections, or
and for me, okay, now that we on that, because I do want to comment to that. I want to comment to my ladies, my lady audience, and all that because BBLs, lip fillers, whatever
waist
you need, waist shape, whatever. Ladies, if that's what you need to do to make you feel better about yourself and that you're going to go out and be the best human being that you can be every day, then so what? If you can afford it, do it. If you can afford it, do it. If it's not hurting you, not costing you, nobody's not causing, and that makes you treat me like a better human being, then I'm all for it because it's making you feel better. Then that means you can flourish better as a human being, as a person. So when you feel better about yourself, the same when I go get a haircut, you know, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? When they get their hair and nails, when I get a pedicure, I feel good.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. They're just trying to feel good on a long-term basis. And sometimes we'll have the means, but not the motor. As far as like going to do the gym work and all that stuff. So I got 100,000. Well, I got 80,000. That's just too much to go to the gym. So, okay, if you can do that, so do that. I think men sometimes even some of the women, I see some of the comments like, oh, her eyelashes are so long. What does that have to do with you? At the end of the day, I may think something like that. She got some long eyelashes, but I ain't gonna say it because when she's smiling, she feels good.
It make her feel good.
She's not bothering nobody but her eyelashes. That the money that she went and earned and paid for it, or her boyfriend or whoever did it for her, she's not bothering nobody. Why is that a problem for you or myself?
Why do you attack it?
I don't. Why are you attacking that? I don't understand people. We all do something that somebody doesn't like.
Yeah, we don't have to have an opinion on it.
I don't have to have an opinion. So I'm for that. Get your eyelashes done if you want your eyelashes done.
BBL it up.
BBL it up. Get your nails done. But if you want to go to the gym, I'm there.
There you go.
So meet me over there too.
That's right. Yeah. 6 a.m. till 12. They can catch you. Training session with Scientific.
Training session with Scientific.
It's going to be a rough training session, I imagine.
Yeah,
You're not going to be easy on them.
No.
Damn.
We working.
Fuck. No long breaks.
No long breaks. Esport of Fitness. Esport. Shout out to Esport of Hilliard.
Hey.
That's my gym.
Nice. Oh, man. Okay. Then there's another line in that same record. But this is the part where I think where it gets dark. I'm like, what the fuck? So I think this is the same verse too, the first verse. So it says, see, I'ma do what I feel. Perception don't bother me. Probably I'm a freak cause my babysitter fondled me. Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So
It got dark. Jesus Scientific.
Perception don't bother me. Mm-hmm. Probably a freak cause my babysitter fondled me. Mm-hmm. You show me mine, I'll show you yours. That's what she said.
Lord.
I believe I was probably third or fourth grade.
She's a little older.
Excuse me. Fifth grade. Now I remember where I was at. I was on Shawnee. So 5th grade. Yeah, she was a little older. I'm guessing she had to be
teenage girl.
24, 23. Oh. And I probably was what?
So
11?
5th grade, you're around,
11? Yeah. Somewhere around there. So I remember this like yesterday, her telling me to show me her pubes, or show me her pubes, and we rub each other's pubes. You know what I'm saying? I remember this like yesterday. And when I left that day, I don't remember telling my mom that, but I remember my mom going off on that girl. It's like maybe she sensed it or felt it or I don't know. Because we used to go up there and play video games. I was friends with her cousin. So I used to hang out there sometimes when he wasn't there. And she probably had a little crush on me at the time. I didn't know. I was a kid. I probably wasn't even thinking about that stuff. Right. And that's why I say that it probably excited my sexual prowess earlier than I probably should have. By her even entertaining. From now, I'm a little horny little kid. You know, so.
Wow.
I seen her when I came home from prison.
Really?
So.
Whoa, my Lord! Talk to us, Scientific. How was that?
Yeah. So.
Jeez.
So when I seen her at the store, I say hi, and she looks at me. She says hi, and I was like, "You don't know who I am?" And she said, "She looking because obviously years done passed."
Right,
so
grown ass man now.
She's like, "Michael." I'm like, "Yeah." And I just kept going. But in my head, I started thinking, I said, I wonder if she remember all her victims.
Jeez.
that's what my I know.
Jesus.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I wonder if she remember all her victims. Or was I the only one? I literally thought that. I'm like, I'm an overthinker.
Yeah. So other than your mom, you seen her yelling at her, like no one really confronted her.
No. And I think I don't know if that was something my mom sensed.
Yeah, because mothers, they could tell something wrong with their boy.
Like, I probably came home shook.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Fuck you do to my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man.
And turned me into a little freak. Ladies, that ain't my fault. That was. I ain't gonna give her no light. I ain't gonna say her name. I ain't gonna give her no light.
You gonna give her no light? She don't deserve it.
Nuh-uh.
Oh man. If she would have apologized, would you give her light? If she would have sincerely said, Michael, you know what? Let me really apologize.
Maybe if she, if we would have had a discussion first. If she said like for some wrong reasons, like I'm gonna talk about this on the podcast. Do you mind if I tell you? Like I wouldn't because I still wouldn't want. And then again, however people would look at her, she would deserve it. But it's just like okay, like. Let's not peel the Band-Aid off. I mean, because that was some R. Kelly shit for real.
I'm about to say, yeah, because it's weird because like when we reverse it, they're like, if it happened to a guy, it's like you the man, right. You got a younger, an older chick to do whatever with you, and but then if you flip it now, if that's a little, 11-year-old girl and a 23, 24-year-old man.
He'd have been dead. Somebody been trying to hurt him.
Man, shotgun to the brain. Blah. Damn. But it's weird how we normalize that with young men. Like you said, like now, that triggers you to become, like you said, this young man on a sexual prowess, and now you're thinking that's normal.
It's normal. I shouldn't even thinking about that until I was 16, or when we was being taught about it in health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. So do you think things like that, people who wrong people, do you think that getting an apology from the person that wronged you helps the person, the victim?
I think so, because it would just show. I think it showed growth, because I believe that. I think that and I may even be crazy. I don't think that she was trying to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that she even thought that she was trying to hurt me. She may have even been looking at it like some silly shit, playful shit, and it literally probably just got out a lot of like. You shouldn't have been doing that, but she probably was, from her mind state. She probably wasn't even mature, and she probably was just playing, knowing that she probably shouldn't have been playing with 11, 12-year-old.
Right.
But for her, or for anybody in those type of situations where they've done wrong to somebody and they had an opportunity to apologize, and that person will allow them, then I think that, because that shows growth. Give a person a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially because apologizing is extremely hard for some people.
It is.
It's really hard.
It's admittance of wrong.
I learned how. You wrong sometimes, and you just got to learn how. You got to. Yeah. Because if you can't apologize, where is your growth?
Right.
Where is your growth? You
like,
can't. There is no room for growth, because you can't be criticized.
Right. So you just comfortable being a rotten motherfucker.
Just a rotten motherfucker.
you just comfortable with that. Okay, I guess like that's just what you want to do. Wow. Now after that, was she no longer your babysitter after your mom cussed her out?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
never seen her again.
I don't remember seeing her. I've seen her around, but I never had any interaction with her.
That was it.
Yeah, that was
mom
it.
cut that shit off.
Yeah.
God damn, man. Sheesh. Lord have mercy. Oh man, okay. Then there's a line: as men, we walk around like we're supposed to smile. No hurt, no pain, no tears, no stress. Think less, no strange ideas, right?
Like we just supposed to, like, everything is supposed to be okay. Nobody's supposed to see the weakness of the protector. Nobody's supposed to see the weakness of the man. Is the overall environmental projection. That's something that we've created, just throughout history.
Yeah.
So we just supposed to think. We just supposed to just brush it off. Everything's supposed to be okay. We supposed to suck it up. Nothing should bother us. Yeah. And then when you do say something, as women say now, we're more like them than they are like, and they're more like us. So now they calling us the B word, or you know what I'm saying, because we're crying now, or we're expressing ourselves when we're being taught to open up. But when we're open up, we're being vilified as well.
Can't win.
You can't win.
Can't win. It's like, oh, we want you to tell us how you feel and tell us what's really going on. Then when you do that, it's just like, you sound like me. I was like, well, then fuck it, I ain't gonna say nothing no more then.
And then we can never be truly honest.
No, forget about it.
We can't never be truly honest.
Forget about it. I've done that so many times, but I don't regret doing it, because I'll rather be 100% truthfully honest with you and honest with myself rather than not. Because what's going to happen is, as time goes on, that shit gonna start to boil and fester inside of me, and then that shit is gonna come out in an unhealthy blow up explosion way. And I done grown resentment towards you. I'm harboring a lot of shit. That shit gonna come out in unhealthy ways. And that's why I was asking you, like at that, in the first half of the pod, when you were saying that you had to become the man of the house at a young age, that line pretty much speaks to that. It's like, I can't, fuck pain right now. Fuck, fuck hurt. Fuck these tears. No smiling. Like, I gotta be the man of the house.
Yeah, no strange ideas. You don't be having no strange ideas now. Don't be getting no. Yeah.
Hey, like, forget about it. Man, oh man. Okay, so then we get to a song, I Did. Featuring the almighty Sean Dean.
Sean Dean. Shout out to his name is Nature L Bay right now.
Okay, correction.
Shout out to Nature L Bay.
Yes. All right, more darkness. I think this first project for you was very, therapeutic. You got it was like I'm getting it out.
Getting it out. That's my
getting
baby.
it out. Yeah.
We spent a lot of time in that bed. I'm talking about.
Spent a lot of time working on this project.
We was a lot of nights. We'd be up in the studio till 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm falling asleep over his couch on the couch. We get up in the morning, roll up, go right back downstairs. He get up at 7 a.m. We right back down there.
Damn.
Because he mix, records.
He did it all.
Everything.
Damn, record, produce, mix, all
engineered, everything. He did everything.
Well, how long would you say in total took you for this project? Year? Couple months?
It was less than a year.
Less than a year.
Sure, less than, because we was locked in.
Y'all
once we knew, because I had just came off a mixtape called That BS by The Advocate.
Oh, okay.
So we had just came off that, and then so once we locked into that mode, it was just like, okay. And then I think might have been the last record, because I wanted him to get on it. I'm like, bro, I need you on the album.
Yeah, I need you on something.
Yeah, because he used to rap like a lot. So
yeah,
like,
and his verse on there is this record is solid too. Oh man. Okay, so saw my mama chase pipe, hard headed, caught a case twice. Yes. Have you ever did a bid? Ever committed sin, paid for abortion for a kid that makes it really hard to live?
Ooh, when you sit back and just think like,
God damn. I'm like listening to this shit like this, man. Life is it's a fucking is this real life? This shit is like, I'm like, how is this man walking around?
My teacher, my 6th grade teacher, I call her my second mama. I love her to
God
death.
damn.
Hi Miss Julie. Hi Mom. I love her to death. And she always tell me like, you need to get your story out. Tell your story. She want me to tell my story in a Hamilton form. Like that's a theater.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, okay.
Wow.
Like with the rap, little whatever they
Damn.
like the hip hop.
Holy
like,
shit.
She trying to work me. She trying to work me.
That's an ill idea. That would be dope. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Saying you saw your mom chasing pipe, caught a case twice.
And not just any turn me into a great white. Now everybody kill us.
Lord, break that down, man.
It's just that,
Lord, you put it in the music.
When you seeing that, it turns you into cold, just kind of cold. In that sense, of being out in the street, you got one side from kind of like resenting her not being there. Like you want your moms to be there, but then you don't even know what she going through as a young kid. You don't even know. I didn't even know half the time my mom if she was high or not, because I didn't know what to look for. I didn't know what to see. I didn't know what you know what I'm saying?
Just her natural state.
Right. So it was just like she was always moving the same to me. And she was smart. She is smart. So like but her whole mannerism, is real stoic. And that's why I think where I get she ain't real emotional, up and down. It's just my son is the same way. It's just like we all kind of just like even keel, so I could never tell. So with that being just her not being there, the resentment that makes you kind of cold, and she, you know what I'm saying, make you want to just, you know what I'm saying, you want to get things to make up from some of the things that's lacking there.
Yeah.
So, and some of the potential that I had, my 6th grade teacher saw. She wanted to adopt me.
Really?
She thought that.
Oh wow.
She thought that my talent. She thought that my environment, I would get sucked up in the neighborhood and go to and succumb to the environment. So she wanted to get me out of there. 6th grade, she wanted to die.
So your teacher foreseen
it all. We still kind of contact. I used to take my after school. I take my grades tour every year. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th. When I caught my dope case, she wrote the judge a letter. The judge read the letter in court because they went to church. I didn't even know it.
Damn.
I didn't know it. I came to her crying one day. I'm like, I caught a drug charge. We crying together. I remember we crying together, and she was just like, "Who's your judge?" I'm like, "Judge Haas." She's like, "John Haas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." She's like, "I go to church with him," and that was it. And then next thing you know, I came back maybe I don't know how long ago after the proceedings started, and she wrote a letter to the judge, and he read it. He said, "You got some very important people." That was one of the reasons I got probation.
Really?
For that drug charge.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that woman right there,
man,
that's the love of my life.
Right, I see, man. You owe her.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's
Call
her
a second mom.
Yeah, y'all got her saved in my phone. That's phone a second mom. Mama number 2.
Mama number 2. Damn. Woo. Ever committed sin, pay for an abortion? Kid that makes it really hard to live.
When you think about how many times, I think when you think about how many times I should be a father, just think about how many the early abortions that I had. Again, maybe stemming from the early sexual relations that I shouldn't have been having based off of me being touched by the babysitter. So, and when you think about all that, and it's just like, as a man in growth, it's like, damn, like I should have this many kids. I done had 4 abortions or this, like, damn. So I think about that shit in its totality, like how much life different would be for me, how much life different would be for them that didn't have the choice and all. So it's just like, it weighs heavy on you. It weighs heavy on you. I can imagine. I think anybody that had an abortion, if they got anything, because I remember having an abortion and not caring. Damn. I'm talking about, I was a piece of shit when I was young. So I'm sorry, ladies, I was a piece of shit. And I remember driving and having her, I remember going to get an abortion with her and making her drive back because I didn't want her to have it. I was like, yeah, I don't look at you like that. Da, da, da. And I was upset that she was even pregnant. So I was mad. And I made her drive back.
Damn, by herself.
No, I was in her car with her, but I should have been driving. I should have been like, she just got to operate, you know what I'm saying? Got the thing. Damn. I should have been driving. She should have been chilling in the passenger seat.
You made her drive.
I made her drive. Like, I didn't really care about it. And that's terrible.
Damn, you was cold.
But now, I would never, you know what I'm saying? And I look at like, damn, like, bro, you was immature as fuck. That's how I look at it. Like, so I definitely try not to make the.
Wow. How old was you when you got the first abortion? Your first one. 17. 17. Then after.
I think she was. I was a junior. I was a junior and she was a freshman. I remember because I had my dude go holler at her. I'm playing sports. I'm like, bro, go holler at her. And when he go over there and holler at her, like, yo, Mike, want to holler at you. I just see her going, oh my gosh. I can't believe a junior wants to holler at me.
She was excited that she was just a junior.
A junior wants to holler at me. And then, she got pregnant and she had an abortion, but without me knowing, I didn't even know.
Oh, she just went and did it.
Yeah, she was. So I was a junior, so I probably was 16. She probably was 14 or 15. 2 years. What was that? If I was 17 and 15.
That's what she had abortion twice.
No, just one.
Oh, just one. But she didn't tell you.
Yeah, she didn't tell me.
Damn, she just went and did it.
Yeah, her parents. She was Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Her parents was like,
she.
And they didn't even give me a choice. So they ain't even holler at me.
Right.
So the first one, I didn't even really know about it. And I probably would have if I had, because I kind of like that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that girl. So I was like, yeah.
Damn.
I would have did that. I probably would have did that one.
You kept it. Damn. Yeah. How many do you think you had total?
Probably. Like 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Man. Boy, oh boy.
And that's why I did all that time. That's why I swear. That's why I did all that time. It wasn't for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's a little. I don't like when people say that shit. Like, you know where you at.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
you don't believe in that.
At. Yeah, because I feel like now hold on. It can be like that.
Okay.
You can depending on who you're with. You know who you're with.
Okay.
Sometimes. So if you get into some shit, you like, man, I was at me and what you. No, you know you with Marcus and Marcus be on that bullshit. So don't be on that wrong time at the wrong place. Shit. Not when you kind of
you roll with them.
Yeah, you roll with them. You know, and you know how you get out. So I was at the wrong man. I wouldn't know. Yeah. You chose to be there that day. You not wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Now if me and you just walking down the street and some shit just popped like we had no clue, no expect. We was literally going to the store to get some juices and like we ain't got nothing. Now that's the wrong place, wrong time.
Right. But if you rolling with somebody, you know where he going to do the fuck shit at.
And you know if he get on that based off of whether it's drinking, whether it's just
that's his type of time. He got
an attitude. Yeah, that's the kind of time he on. So don't.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Man, have you apologized to those young ladies that had abortions? Now's your chance.
Young ladies.
If they're watching.
Lady number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. I apologize. I'm sorry. I believe that abortion is a choice. And that choice should fall upon a woman. And the only time The only time that I have something against abortion, because I gotta say this because it's in my book, is if you're raped. If you're raped, I believe that you should not have to have that child. That particularly, like that's a devil baby. If you just laying down and you just like, come on now, you just now. Just laying, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
You pretty much would say just be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible. Be responsible.
Woo! Oh man. Okay. Went from an innocent man to an innocent man trained to kill.
Like you just gotta, because
With a street life.
yeah,
Boy.
my personality is like I've always been cool. Like I don't want no problems. I ain't trying to cause nobody no problems. I want to get some money, maybe smoke a little weed, maybe holler at some girls. And if we either hooping or doing some music, we're doing something. I'm just cool. I don't want no problems. I don't care. I don't want your girl. I don't want your money. I don't want none of that shit that's gonna cause you to feel a certain type of way about me that's gonna make you want to do something to me. I don't want those type of problems. So with that being said, that's always been my kind of spirit. I'm cool. I get along with everybody. When you go in there, it's a different animal. You have to really like be on your shit. So I've had to get into things where I had to protect myself and do things of the, you know what I'm saying, based off of that environment. So and then being in there training, actually literally training with boxers and motherfuckers that can really fuck you up.
Is that where we get the scar from?
I got the scar when I was younger. I got hit with an ironing board.
God.
A rusty ironing board.
Rusty one. Split your shit open.
Yeah, split it. And as you see, because of the scar, I didn't get no stitches.
They just let it heal.
Yeah, they like let sit over there in the corner.
Yeah, just put this on it. God damn.
And now it's my trademark. Girls be like, that scar is so sexy. Girl, I almost lost my eye. Girl, I almost lost my eye.
They call it sexy.
Yeah, they call it sexy.
She have a patch over my eye. If that thing came a little bit centimeter down, a couple inches down, shit, if I hit you hard as fuck too.
Yeah, it was just, I walked
Was it
around,
thrown at you?
No, I was walking, my uncle was swinging it. He was just swinging, and I just walked around the corner. I was young, so I probably it was prior to the girl doing what she did to me. So I had to be probably 9, 8, somewhere around there.
He just letting you walk right in.
Yeah, just walked around. It wasn't no pernicious act. It was just I'm walking, bam.
Shit.
Why he was swinging a ironing board around? No clue. I don't know. I thought ironing boards used to iron clothes.
Right. That's a very strange object to be swinging around.
Not a rope or
an ironing board.
Ironing board.
God damn. Man, and you was alluding to this a little bit earlier. You ever did a sentence while your mama did a bit? Y'all both in the can at the same time. How does this happen?
That dynamic is my mom.
Please break this down for us. I've never heard no shit like this.
My mom.
What the hell?
That's a crazy dynamic when the person that you're supposed to be able to count on, as a son, as a daughter, your parent, and they're the one person that you should be able to call that you can't call. You got a right. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mom's relationship ain't like never been the greatest, but we cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to talk to you sometime, you know. So
yeah,
that right there, us writing each other. I remember being mad at her too because
I can imagine.
I remember her. I believe she was 40 years old. Yep, I was 24, I believe. She was 40 years old.
Okay.
And she said she was in the county, and I just remember like, man, me being mad. I mean, no, she was in Marysville, and I just remember saying some disrespectful stuff, anger stuff, and I was just like, you 40 years old, you getting evicted, you running around, you moving, you ain't got your license, like, come on, man, you tripping, just saying things that I probably shouldn't have been saying, but I was probably sitting there just. Probably I couldn't have said it to her face, but be that pencil and paper, like, let me get this out. What she gonna do? What she gonna do? And it was weird. Yeah, we wrote each other a couple times. She did a couple years for forgery.
For checks and stuff?
Yeah, if she see your handwriting, it's over. Oh, she got you. Don't be right.
She can duplicate.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So that was her thing back then, I remember. But so that forgery, that's what she was locked up for, like sign a cash a check or some shit. And it was always something weird about some checks or some shit. So
You was in there for the thing you was in there
So
for.
she got a couple numbers. So she did a bid. She did a bid when I was in 8th grade, and I remember them telling me that she was on vacation. So
That's how they told you your mom was gone.
Yeah, she was on. I think she did like a 6-month bid then, and I ain't know no better. I was in the 8th grade, so
You're like, mom's on vacation.
Playing, I was playing sports.
Dang. So at that time, like, who's taking care?
Grandma.
Girl, okay.
Yeah,
Grandma. Man, that is wild. Like, son and mom both locked up.
Both locked up at the same time.
That's such a strange, bizarre thing.
Yeah, that's
bizarre.
That's traumatic.
Yeah.
That's gotta be traumatic.
What?
That's gotta be a subdivision of or subtitle of traumatic.
Definitely. Are you thinking like that's how the hell is my life like this?
Yeah.
Like this is how's my life like this?
Yeah, and I just, man, I embrace everything. I embrace it all because I know that all of it makes us what we are. You know what I'm saying?
True.
All the stuff we go through is what makes, and we never get to pick any of it. If we had to pick any of it, all of us would be,
Yeah.
doing different stuff or would have different parents.
Yeah.
I don't like my parents, but it just don't work like that. So you just gotta embrace.
Yeah.
And the cards that you dealt, you can shuffle them a little bit.
Yeah.
And try and get a better hand, but they are what they are. What you doing?
Yeah. Do you agree with the statement, life is what you make it?
Yep, absolutely. I think that you can. I think there's some hindrances and setbacks based on societal things or systemic things, but for the most part, if we breathing, you can kind of do something for yourself.
Yeah.
Now, we may not have all the resources that somebody may else have, but there is something that you, especially nowadays with this LLC thing, that you got an idea, go incorporate it,
Yep.
and then figure out how to sell something that people want.
Yeah.
We're in that entrepreneur stage right now.
Yeah, definitely. That's true, man. Woo, I wanted to take a break from breaking down your lyrics to talk about like you picking how you pick your features, because when I'm listening to your songs, the songs that have features, it seems like you know exactly who to go to give you what you need for that record. I don't know how. Well,
A lot of the like with Ransom, for example, I was sitting there and I'm just like, I was listening to some of his stuff, so I was in that zone, listening to a lot of the stuff because they was getting hot again with the Trust and
Trust movement, strong Benny and all
Benny
them,
and them and all them.
Spash.
So yep. So that's when I was just like,
Time to bar him up.
yep. And he rhymed on a lot of like sample type slow, score type.
Yeah,
things.
no drums.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, let me. I wrote that verse. I actually wrote to another beat, and that I was supposed to send him. And then I got another beat. I felt that beat that we did was a little more up tempo. It had like a little more to it.
The original verse fit that better.
Fit that verse better, bro, because I was just sitting in the pocket, and it just felt like I was. So that's why I was probably a little more confident when I sent it. I'm like, oh yeah, I bodied this. And then when he came back, it was just like,
Yeah.
man. So that's what the whole thing was. And even with 38 Special, him being hot and doing what they was doing, it's just like I wanted to work with artists that I was actually listening to. So I knew that 38 lives, and raps hustle music. So it was like, okay, let's get him on this hustle track.
Right.
Let's go, yeah, baby man, let's see what we can do to get him.
Yeah.
And while we was up there, I was working on the Class Murder joint too. So, it was just
so you
like
working at those records at the same time?
Yeah, and then they was all, so I went to shot Jersey, shot the video with him, then we went to Buffalo and shot the video with Class. So it was just like we was just gonna make this trip to New York.
We just gonna make the rounds.
Yeah.
Nice.
In Class, I liked his voice presence.
Yeah, his texture
on the hooks. Yeah, even his raps.
Yeah.
Like he can rap.
Yeah, Class Murder is fire. How you even get in connection with them? With the whole Trust Gang?
How did I get in touch with Todd?
Management?
Not my management. How did I first, let me see. Who was the first feature? It was Beanie. Beanie was the first feature. I met him got Beanie through XL The Truth, artist out of Virginia that was real hot. I don't know why he stopped rapping. So made that connection. And I'm trying to think, Ransom. I'm trying to think who did. Then we did Stally. We did Stally because it was just obvious reasons.
Right. It's home base.
Like, yeah, I'm rapping too much. I'm out here doing too. I'm in Texas. I'm in Philly. I'm in New York. I'm up here with Cuban Links in New York. I'm everywhere. I'm like,
you
this
moving and shaking.
Yeah, this don't make it don't look right for us not to have nothing.
Yeah. Then it would look funny if it was like,
it don't like
how you gonna have all of them, but
that ain't rocking. Yeah. So he was my first. Stally was my first feature.
Okay.
Stally was my first feature. Dave Tolliver from Men at Large.
Yeah.
That was I like that song. I like Dave's song. Time.
Mm-hmm.
We shot that record in Canton. Shot the video in Canton.
Okay.
Recorded in Cleveland when he came home.
Nice. Man, that's fire, man. Yeah, cause I was just listening, like, man, like the features he picks, they fit the record. Like, cause sometimes
that's what I want that Carnival Doors to be, a feature album. Like that Jay-Z, that was that not the Blueprint, that rock
La Familia.
Yeah,
that one. Like the whole gang on, everybody on here.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted Carnival Doors to be, like a whole feature album. So I made, outside of those features, I made sure that I got my normal guys that always rap with me. My crew, so,
get the squad.
Yeah, Nicasso, shout out Nicasso, shout out Joe, shout out Infinite.
Yeah, man. Let's take a quick break. Again, Scientific, we're going to come back, break down some more lyrics, of course. Let the people know where they can connect with you at again. Get the music, get everything associated with Scientific.
You can follow me at scientific.com, or you can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Amazon. Find me on all social media platforms. If you want to support the artist, go to that www.scientific.com where them streaming platforms, they ain't taking our little money. Go on, get it off the website, feed the artist.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely go support, man. If y'all fuck with the episode so far, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let me see, where should we go, man? Should we do the record with Class Murder?
Oh, that's one of the songs they want me to perform more often.
Well, it's only fitting. Let's get into it. We'll be right back here on Club Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere.
My atonement through student enrollment. I don't bow to the Romans, but the engines, 300 Trojans. Each one teach one be the slogan. What degrees that you holding? Interrupt the build on store day. Pay that man what you owe him. See, I used to be a pen dweller. Now I'm a trendsetter. Strive to make my men better. Now look at what this pen get us. He want cheese on his broccoli, so of course I send my men cheddar. There is no I in team, but there's a I, and whenever they can't stop you, call whenever, no block you. Knock a CO, I'll stock you with many balloons as possible. Don't let them pop you, cause you know the board gon' flop you. To be a pro, you need 10 toes down, bruh. I got you, see. I can relate 156 months locked down with natty cats, mouth full of gold fronts, stealing onions from the mess hall, playing tonk on the bump where a day feels like a week and a month feels like a month.
I got some niggas come home, I got some niggas indicted. We ain't copping out cause we got money to fight it. Everywhere I go, there's real niggas invited. And when they come home, it's real niggas united. I got some niggas come home, I got some niggas indicted. We ain't copping out cause we got money to fight it. Everywhere I go, there's real niggas invited. And when they come home, it's real niggas united.
We got money to fight, you coming home. We got money to fight, we on our we got 10 toes down, you already know that. Just give you hey yo, story. First they lay the bounty, then 20 cops surround me. Neck tat is how they found me. Handcuffed off to the county. Don't wanna do the time, but if you do it proudly. Old buddy call you a bitch, then throw up your Ronda Rousey's like a fuck a whole shot when your man is a porter. Doing 20 for manslaughter. Should've fired his damn lawyer. Saved his life in 03. He'll do anything he can for ya. Goya, Kipper, Jack Mack even got a new fan for you. And don't be fooled by the ones below the border. Let me warn you, every essay ain't the plug. Some transporters and never sold a gram, let alone a quart of water. But if you lose a case, food box, books and money orders. We got you.
I got some niggas come home, I got some niggas indicted. We ain't copping out cause we got money to fight it. Everywhere I go, there's real niggas invited. And when they come home, it's real niggas united. I got some niggas come home, I got some niggas indicted. We ain't copping out cause we got money to fight it. Everywhere I go, there's real niggas invited. And when they come home, it's real niggas united.
right, we're back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast. That was Indicted Scientific featuring Class Murder, of course, man. People tell you perform that one, huh?
Yeah, they tell me to perform that, so I'm gonna perform that.
You gotta get the people what they need.
Y'all might see that at the verses. I don't know. Y'all might see that at the verses.
Because I was gonna get into that after we broke down these lyrics of yours about how you're gonna, attack your verses. Like what's your strategy going in?
Well, being that it's a friendly sparring event.
Yes. So jab for jab.
Yeah, jab for jab. Depending on who win the coin toss.
I started off with the coin flip.
If he wins the coin toss, then it's basically, okay, how can I come behind what he just played?
Counter.
Yep. And if I win the coin toss, I already know what I'm coming out with. So
you got your...
Yeah, I know what I'm coming out with.
Really?
Yeah. I've been on it. If I win the coin toss, I know what I'm coming out with. So they gonna be like, yeah, oh, this one of them type of, yeah.
Oh, so you setting the tempo strong.
I'm setting the tempo
you
strong.
came here to fight.
Yeah, I'm setting the tempo strong. We just jousting.
Just jousting. Yeah, but you ain't come here to lay down.
I ain't coming to lay down.
Oh man, that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something nice for the city.
Yeah,
bring out Stally. A lot of people get a chance to meet him. You know what I'm saying? So it's always when you bring somebody else, that's always the benefit too, that a lot of people don't get around. Some people like that would like to, and they just don't have the means or the ways.
Yeah.
So it's just another way for to make him feel, he's one of us. Like just connect to the people. So so that's always fun.
Because I wonder if he feels like an outsider. Well,
he was raised in New York too. So so he could equally
claim.
He could equally claim Massillon, and he could equally claim New York because he lived in both areas about the same time. But the fact that he was Massillon younger, people from Massillon would be like, "Bro, you ain't even from New York." But the people from Brooklyn think he from Brooklyn
because he's been out there so long. That's true. So it's like
So he represents both of them.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's get to the album Carnival Doors. Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, talk about the process creating your mind frame when using that mode.
My whole mind frame was trying to do as less work as possible. That whole mind frame was doing. I'm getting this a whole feature joint. All I need is 8 verses, and we got an album. And I get to do it with all the people that I want to do music with, and have fun and get me some videos. I didn't get a video with Ransom. We didn't make it back up to Jersey, but that was it. I got the video with 38. I got the video with Stally. I wanted to get a video to every song on the video on the album.
Damn.
We didn't get a chance to do that.
Ooh.
But Carnival Doors it was fun. It was definitely a fun project.
Try to make it easy
because it wasn't the first project was primarily produced by Sean Dean.
Right.
The whole project. Carnival Doors had production from Quantez, so he had 4 beats on there, and then another artist had 2 beats on there. Another producer, I forget his name now. 2 producers, he had 2 beats on there. So Dean only had like 3 or 4 tracks on there.
Oh, okay.
But he did have Carnival Doors. That was
the lead single. You said that beat touched you. Yeah. That's an amazing beat, man. All right, so.
Sean Dean, come out of retirement.
Yes, please. He ain't gonna do this.
He ain't coming out of retirement.
Song The Old Me.
That's my joint.
They missed the old me. What? The old me? The OT? Doing 3 to 5?
Selling crack, the undercover police? Nah, y'all don't know me. Just watch. Nice watch. Got her a TikTok and rollie.
Well, listening to that record, it made me think about like how people still hold us to who we was in our formative years, in our young pup stages, making all the mistakes, making all the wrong decisions, choosing the bad crowd or people to hang with or rock with, doing dumb shit. People still hold us to that, and I was listening to that. It's making me think like, man, like, why do we still want people to be the quote unquote worst version of themselves? You know, speak to that. And that
I think it's entertainment. People like, you know what I'm saying, or because that form of you entertain them. They like that version of you.
Watch you destroy yourself.
Right. And it's not always just a destructive version. They just like whatever that version of you is that fed them. It fed something in them, whatever that version. So they don't like that you becoming. They don't like that you like dogs now. You didn't like dogs before. Now you like dogs. So it's just, that's all it is. It's not feeding what people are selfish. So that's just normal. So when you get people that are selfless, that shit is like, because we mostly, you're taught to be self-reliant, make sure that you're good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Save self first.
Yeah.
That's what the degrees say, save self.
Yeah.
So when you see people that are selfless, it's just like, wow, like those are some great people to be around. But when you got, most of the time, somebody just wants you to be their version of, again, what's pleasing to them. It's not about what Michael wants or Scientific wants. What's so, and that's just a selfish thing for people.
Yeah, it's like I'm amused to you.
Yep.
You know, I'm your source of entertainment. Mm-hmm. my life is.
Hey, bro, call Jesse over, bro. Hey, y'all know when Jesse be getting drunk, he be getting fucked. He'll fall all over the place. Hey, y'all call Jesse over here. So now that's but Jesse don't drink no more though. But y'all want to bring Jesse over so he can get him liquor now.
Right. During the time when you were, coming back from jail and all that stuff and, getting your footing right, was it hard for you to cut certain people off?
Nah, I'll cut somebody off quick.
Really?
And it
God damn.
If
Jesus, Scientific.
Yeah. Well, I will cut somebody. I'll allow them to cut themselves off quick, because I ain't gonna do nothing wrong to you. I ain't gonna do nothing wrong to you, because all those, this is the thing. This is how I wonder why the world goes astray, because I believe most of our parents have taught us not to touch nobody. If you touch somebody, if you're old enough to touch somebody, you can get hit back. Don't pick it up if it don't belong to you. Mm-hmm. Respect your elders.
Yep. Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Be respect. All those essential things, I believe that most of our parents, and if all of our parents taught us those same things, then why don't I like you? Why don't you like me? Or why did I steal your cookie when I know I was taught in the house that I shouldn't be stealing? So why would I do something that, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I'll be confused.
How people move like that.
Right, because I'm going to say hi. I'm going to say bye. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say you're welcome. I'm going to do all the things
you
that
gifts.
you feel. Bring you gifts. I'm going to do all the little things. And you know what I'm saying?
like that's it. Like, I shouldn't have to. Why are you giving me that back? So people pretty much get themselves the rope to hang themselves with.
Right.
So you could cut like that.
Not if I'm emotionally tied, like if we talking about female relations, no, I ain't gonna cut you off that easy. I'm gonna let you cut me off. You gonna cut me off. But I'm gonna keep trying to fix it. I'm gonna keep trying to fix what I know that ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna keep trying to fix.
You still
I'm gonna keep trying to fix it.
You got to block me.
Look. You want to start over one more time? Let's just one more time.
You talking right back into it. You know what I mean? That shit cool.
But yeah.
Do you find people still holding you to the old you? People still look at you like the old Mike?
Yes. That's why I think that Columbus was a great move. Because in a small city, they hold you to that. They hold you to who you are, who you were yesterday a lot of times. Yeah. Because it's just a small city mentality. So come down here, you get to flourish. Nobody knows you. Nobody, you can't judge you, this and that. They don't know you're a felon. They don't know da-da-da-da. And they're treating you based off the way you're treating them.
Yeah.
So that's I love that part.
Yeah. So
of just getting out.
Yeah, so probably moving was probably the best decision for you.
Oh my God.
If you think you was back home, would you be where you're at right now?
If I was back home, I'll be getting ready to see a high school football game or something.
Yeah.
Or just doing nothing.
Just existing.
just existing. And I ain't saying that everybody's like that, but a lot of people back home, they just don't want to do nothing. I had somebody to come down here the other day. 2 hours, man, 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
And that's a reflection of most of their mentalities. Like 2 hours, like that's far. That ain't even nothing.
Wow, it's an inconvenience.
It's an inconvenience. So, and it ain't just here. That's just mentality. So they don't want to come here. They don't want to go nowhere. So it ain't just like
it's not even Columbus.
Yeah, it ain't me or Columbus. You don't want to go nowhere. So because they're complacent. They're cool with what their current situation, and that their current situation may be the best they have, or best they can get, or just that's just where they're at.
But it's so much out here in the world to explore. To like you said, you done traveled New York, Buffalo. I'm meeting Ransom. I'm meeting 38 Special and these guys and this guys. I'm building relationships. I got records with BDC.
I went to New York and did the final Power 2 with Michael Rainey. We shot videos, pictures with him and Rod Digger. She was at the Power finale that day. Got pictures with her.
Wow. So, if anything, if I was like from a small town like where you from, and like I would look at you as like, oh shit, look how he turned his life around and look at what's possible. I wouldn't look at it like, oh, it's an inconvenience. Only Mike can do that. Right. It's like, no, like I'm right here from the same fucking block you are, dumbass. Right. The fuck you talking about? We rolled together.
Right. They look at you like the popular opinions, like.
Right. Is that a weird position for you to be in, or like how do you receive that? Like, because like you're clearly a living example, but it's when you try to reach back, it's like
I feel like everybody or a lot of people back home feel like they think I should be doing something else. Either I should be doing something else, or that with everything I am doing, I'm doing too much.
The fuck, man.
So,
oh man,
when is he gonna grow up? Right. Yeah, I'm mature. Trust me, I can sit in any conversations. So.
Right. Oh man, but you still love where you come from.
I love where I come from.
You'll never denounce them.
Never denounce them.
That's good.
The milk. 330.
There you go.
The milk.
Okay, man. All right.
Shout out to Cloth Talk Podcast. We gotta shout out the Cloth Talk Podcast. Man.
Appreciate you. You know where we at? Only when you get these type of conversations on Cloth Talk Podcast, man. Raw, uncut.
Raw and uncut. Y'all got it all.
Yes, man. All right. Here's the granddaddy of them all. The result. The song The Result, man. This is the very emotional song. If you listen to this song, it's very emotional. It's very touching. It's deep. It's truth. It's just like we just said, raw, uncut, pure truth. Yeah. This is as vulnerable as someone can get. This is, man, I don't know how the fuck you wrote this shit. I'm pretty sure there had to be a couple like push to no. I'll come back to that shit. Like, let me come back to that. But God damn, like, okay, run that back. Let me dub that over. Like, oh, give me a drink real quick so I can record this shit. The result, man. Before we get into these lines, why write this song? And tell us what this song is about. We'll probably play it after this break too.
Well, the result, I was basically like on the hook. Like when I talked about, I say your mom's is not your fault. Your dad's is not your fault.
Yes.
It's nobody's fault. It's probably the result of everything that you sought. Everything that you was after. Like most of our parents, if our parents are single, they're trying, my mom gets with your dad, she's trying to do the best she can for us, for me and for her. She don't know, she's not going in trying to know that he's gonna beat her or knowing something like that. So she's literally going in to do what she feel at the best was the best decision for her at the time with her and her babies. Because we know that, because we parents now, we know that we gonna do the best we can for our kids. We not gonna try. So she was just seeking what she was just seeking, and even dads on the other side just seeking, trying to find. So they're not purposely putting us in these bad positions, and the things that you guys were seeking in life this the result of that. Like we're the result of that, and it's not always a good thing. It's not always a bad thing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Depending on the space you at and time in your life and what it is that you're searching for.
Yeah.
So, Mom, I don't blame you. Dad, I don't blame you. It ain't I know you wasn't trying to do it wrong. I know you wasn't. It's not your fault. It's literally the result of everything that you were just trying to do in life, and some things didn't go according to plan. That's literally it, and I'm the result of that. He's the result of that. She's the result of that. Of you trying to, again, it's mostly broken homes where we're trying to get that other partner, that balance, and a lot of us in the Black community, we come up with that broken home, so it's a lot of imbalance. So we're growing up in traumatic positions and traumatic scenarios, and we don't even know it yet as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man.
So, but that's it. It is what it is. And speaking of that, let me shout out my man Big Hook, Eric. He has a woman. He has a woman that he won't engage in copulation with her daughter around, or the daughters in the house, or anything, because he don't know if this is the end result for him and her, and he don't want her daughter waking up seeing her mom with another man coming out the room, and we don't know if this is gonna be, because it ain't her dad. So he won't sleep with her because of that possibility of causing that trauma of seeing her mom coming out of the room with a man that just happened to be swinging by, and that's deep. Because that's a lot of restraint and a lot of discipline, because most men think with our phallus. Yep. So we'll just go, okay, blah blah blah. He will literally shut it down, like, no, I'm not doing it, and won't feel comfortable. Wow. And will literally, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Hook, because that was mature, bro. That's big.
That's some respectable shit right there.
For sure.
Yeah, because you like said, most men will get.
What they gonna clap? Look, you better go tell you better bite the pillow. The kids in there.
Right. Be quiet.
Yeah, be quiet.
Let's
do it slow. Let's do it slow.
Yeah, right.
I done did it. Let's do it slow.
Right. That's admirable. Shout out to that guy, man. That's admirable. Okay, man. Yeah, so let's unpack this song, man. The result. I think that's pretty much, like, if you wanted to know anything about this guy, listen to the song.
Yeah, the result.
Yeah, it kind of, it's like a springboard to, like, propel you to, like, this is what you're about to get with this guy. You know, it's a good starting point.
It makes you, I think, for me listening to it, to be honest, on the outside, when I listen to it, it makes me want to go back and check out his other stuff, to be honest. I want to like, okay, let me see if I missed something. Let me see, because now that's a broad perspective. That's digging into him. Let me see. Okay, now let me go back and see if he's telling more of himself, because it's scattered out.
Yeah, it's scattered out, and like I said, it makes you wonder more. Like, damn, like what else this guy's life is like? Like, what else other things that he went through or experienced? Like, does he share all his music like this? What else does he share? And you kind of dig. You know, so it's definitely one of those type of songs that, like, question mark, like, I want more. What the fuck? Like, left me off a cliffhanger type shit. Like, hold up, you just gonna leave us like that?
Yeah, we shot a video to that. We had the little boys singing.
Yeah, I see that. Now, who was that? Was that your son?
That was my man's son.
Oh, you man? Okay. I wonder if there's an actual son in the video. He did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, all right, let's see some of these lines in here, man. Like, I encourage y'all, if y'all listening and watching, go listen to this whole song, and of course dive into the whole Scientific catalog, man. Like, don't just stop at this song or a couple records. Dig into it all, man. And I'm pretty sure you need something new in your playlist. You need something new in rotation. You're tired of the same songs on the radio. Treat yourself, man. Treat yourself to some good music. All right. Yeah, man. Reading this shit is just heavy. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can do this. You ever have tears in your eyes? You don't know what and why, so you drive and cry. Maybe it's really hard with depression you're trying to hide.
With the PTSD you developed on the other side.
Yes.
And just it's
or you didn't know your dad until the age of 25. But you thought at 94 your biological dad died. Like, why so many lies? God damn, Scientific. Jesus. That's one verse. That's just like 4 lines for one verse. It's so much more shit. And that's the first couple of lines of the damn song.
Yeah, man.
Lord. It's like a machine gun. Take that.
Yeah, gotta.
All right, let's slow down. Okay.
Got so many lies, man.
God damn.
I found out my pops was my real pops when I was in prison at the age of 25.
You found out who your real pops was while you was in prison.
He came and visited me. Listen, he wrote me a letter.
What?
He wrote me a letter describing himself. He's like, yeah, Mike, I'm 6'2", 185, played basketball at the University of Akron. I had heart surgery, blah, blah, blah. So he's screaming all this stuff, and I'm looking at him, reading it. He's like, I play jazz, da, da, da.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn, he talking about me. I'm looking at him, reading about me. And I don't know what he got to have a better gift of gab than I do, because that man came from Atlanta to the prison where I was at in Ohio. No visiting list. They let that man in the prison to see me on a visit. They called me for a visit. They're like, Mike, you got a visit. I'm like, I ain't expecting nobody. I get up there, it's him.
First time seeing him.
And his brother. It's the second time I seen him.
Okay, second time.
I seen him in 8th grade. He approached me in 8th grade. He was like, yeah, I'm your dad. I'm like, you ain't my dad. I just got back from D.C. seeing my dad. This is my dad's still alive. So,
holy
no,
shit.
you ain't my dad. So come to find out, he is. But later on, I'm sitting there, and he's not on my visiting list. They let this man in the prison for whatever he said to them. Like, he could have got in there and killed me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's how that's secure.
Yeah, I'm Mr.
Like,
Massey's father.
yeah, like what did you say? Like, oh, I didn't know my son. We just found out this story. Like, what did you say that they let you in?
Yeah.
Without a visiting list, without a background check, without nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it was powerful.
Probably.
It was powerful, whatever it was, but we
whatever
sat there.
he said.
It was cool. We've been cool since.
Damn.
Cool.
What was that conversation like?
Him just explaining just like who he was. And that he missed. He was like, I missed a lot of time. I just want to be your friend. If there's anything I can teach you, And now we cool. We have music conversations. He sends me beats. We got a song together.
Wow.
So he sings and does jazz.
Look at that.
So it was
wow.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
So wait. So the part where in '94 it said he died.
I thought my biological died. The Massey last name that I got, I thought he was my dad. So in '94 when he died, that's who I knew. That's when my dad died. And then come 2005, I'm in the joint. I'm like, I'm your dad. Oh shit!
Like, no, you ain't my pop.
My dad passed away in '94.
And he explains it to you.
And he explains like, look. So my mom with personality, that's where I got my personality from. So my mom is silly. I'm silly like my mom. So I'm like, Mom. When I come home, I'm like, why you ain't tell me Tim was my dad? Boy, I ain't never slept with no Tim.
That was her response.
Yeah. Boy, I ain't never slept with no Tim. All right, man. I see what that means. Yeah, you ain't trying to talk about it. All right.
Right. Yeah, because that would be
because it's a
but
different
next
space.
thing, like, okay, like mom, like,
yeah, because
what's up? Why did you lie?
But because she lied, even when she even just like that, just the deflection let me know, like, just leave it alone.
She didn't want to get into it.
She don't want to. She don't want to have to just let her save face because she don't want to talk about it for some reason. And I don't think it was a traumatic or like a bad experience, but she probably just don't want whatever the reason. She was young. She was 16.
16 when she had you.
Yeah. So she probably just didn't want to talk about it.
Oh.
But we cool. And I told her, I don't, like, it is what it is.
You gotta have questions though.
I do.
I know you got like mom, like come on. I know
like 3. I got really 1.
What were those
like,
questions?
why you lie? That's the only one. Why you lie?
Yeah. Dang.
And I see that most of the time we lie because we're embarrassed or we trying to hide something, and that's just period. That's just people.
Yeah. So was he an older gentleman? Was he older than her?
I think he was 19
and she was 16.
16, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think like what could be her, like was she ashamed that she messed with an older man, and at that time it frowned upon.
And then I think that for the error to take place, I think and I could be wrong. I think that my mom may have been pregnant, didn't know it, and then got with Massey, my dad, like my biological, well, who I thought was my biological,
Right.
and then all of a
There you
sudden,
go.
right, that time probably was so close. She got pregnant. She was already pregnant, didn't know it,
And
then
thought it was-
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. When he was looking at him, did you see yourself in him? Like, damn, I look like him and everything.
I didn't, but I do now.
You see
I do
some
now,
resemblance.
A lot of people be like, man,
That ain't
bro,
your
you
pop."
can't, like, bro, you can't deny that. Like, you can't deny yours. You can't deny it. You know what I'm saying?
Split
So,
the image.
yeah.
You can see it. Wow.
Yeah, but I was angry for sure because
I bet.
here's the thing too. My grandma passed away, Massey, which is on I thought my biological dad side. I come home, and I'm thinking all she knows is that I'm Ronnie's son. I'm her grandson. I'm Ronnie's son. I come home once I find all of this stuff out, and I make some mentions of stuff. It hurt me that everybody already knew. They already knew that he wasn't my dad. My whole family knew already.
So everybody knew but
knew,
you.
but me. All like my aunts on my biological on the Massey side of the family that I love to death today. These are my aunts. They all knew, and if I gotta be honest, it hurt the fact that I'm thinking that if my grandma find out that I ain't her son's son, that it's gonna destroy her.
Right.
And it hurt me that she hid that from me. It hurt that she knew. That hurt. That's for real. That hurt. Because here it is. I'm trying to protect her heart.
Right, and the whole time.
All of them knew. And then everybody wonders why I have trust issues or I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because like the people that are supposed to protect you the most and love you the most, based off of expectations of the titles of that relationship, are supposed to protect you the most. And when they don't, it's like, okay, who can you trust?
Damn,
Who
man.
can you trust? So
Right. Lord have mercy. Woo.
but I'm a Burns. Hey Tim. Timothy Burns. Shout out to Tim Burns.
Oh man.
I'm the one that survived.
Yeah.
For that sperm that survived.
That's right. Now, so all your other siblings.
No, there's 6 by my mom, and then the sister and the brother that I got is by him. Timothy got 3 kids on his side too.
Oh, okay. So your other brothers are with.
They on the dad's side.
Gotcha. Okay.
One brother on the dad's side and 2 sisters.
Okay.
One sister that claimed me though. The other one don't.
Oh
claim.
shit.
I'm putting it out there. The one don't claim me because I was a felon or some shit. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, some shit.
She know you're not the same, right? You changed, man.
She won't give me a chance. But I'm telling you, missing out. You missing out on this personality and this fun we be having in my life. You missing out.
You're a great brother.
Yeah, I'm a great brother.
Damn. Wow. All right, man. We're gonna move off of the result. I mean,
that's touchy.
But I think as you being an artist, I think that's admirable that you willing to be that vulnerable, put that out there, put, that part of your life in there. Most artists wouldn't delve that deal. Like, I'm just gonna give y'all some fun clubby shit. Like, we're gonna turn up, we're gonna pop bottles. Like, I think it takes a lot to be that vulnerable, knowing that thousands and thousands of people are gonna like hear this, my quote unquote ugly truth. Like, yeah, like here y'all have it. And that takes a lot to be like, I'm gonna write this, I'm gonna record this, I'm gonna shoot a video for it too.
I want a visual of this.
Man.
I want y'all to see this.
Man, oh man. All right, let's see what we got here. Bad Boys, the album, the most recent one. Man, talk about how y'all came together to do that record, that project.
That's my guy Xavier. Shout out to Xavier.
Yeah,
Columbus, Ohio. We collabed on a couple songs earlier.
Yeah,
a few years ago. Roll Out, which won album or song of the year down here. WCMH radio or something like that. We won Song of the Year.
Fire.
We won Collaboration of the Year for the same song.
Was that your idea? His idea?
And I won Album of the Year.
Album of the Year.
The idea came from 314. 314 is a producer out of Cleveland, originally from Canton. He thought that we made it sound good together, so we made a song, made a hit.
Nice.
And then the rest, I just like, he came from Columbus. I was in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
He drove from Columbus at like 8 o'clock after he got off work, recorded his vocals, and went straight back to Columbus. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to work with him. He's serious. Like, and so we just developed this little attraction towards each other. And we started working. So I came up with the idea. I'm like, let's do a best of both worlds, like R. Kelly, Jay-Z, but without all that freaky shit. let's do our version.
Yeah.
So we did a real clean version, and I'm talking about. I think the album.
It sounds fantastic.
Crazy.
This sounds really good, man.
We definitely got to get our more eyes on. We got to get our marketing game on that.
Yeah,
that album is crazy.
That
it's just a seamless,
really
nice album. It's not. It's the rap is clean. Is witty. It's silly. And Xavion's voice is like is there. Everything is there on that. Man, I had fun with that.
I could tell that sounds really good. The song "As We Grow."
Yeah.
You got a line that says, "They say the present is a gift. Use your past to remind you." Simple line, but so powerful.
Right. Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was a heavy bar right there.
Yeah.
That was a heavy bar.
Told you I'd be listening.
You gotta get here.
Man, break that down. Self-explanatory for people who got sense.
Right now it's just all that matter. Being in the present, you know what I'm saying? Being in the present. In the past is just a reminder, just a stepping stone, or a memory, a relic for you to dig back into, so that you can learn from, but not necessarily be hung to the cross for. So it's about growth. So that's what, sometimes people remind you in a negative way. Yeah. And you said that, or you know what I'm saying, as opposed to just focusing on the person that you are because of that.
Right. Like your sister should forgive you.
Yeah, she should forgive me.
Oh, man. All right, let's take one more break. Should we play something off Bad Boys, or should we play the result? I want to keep the energy high. But I'm pretty sure people are curious about this result. Or we could vibrate high with something off Bad Boys. I'll let you.
Yeah, let's vibrate high. That result.
People are like, "Woo!" Y'all can find that on your own.
It's on YouTube.
There you go.
It's on Spotify. It's on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't want y'all to think I'm gatekeeping the song from y'all. Nothing. Like, play the damn song.
It's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. All right, where should we go on? The Bad Boys project.
Let me see. My favorite record.
What you like?
My favorite record on that project is "Can't Wait." Only because it just Xavion got the hook and the vocals, the lead. But I just like the conversation flow. And I think sometimes, a lot of my female artists, my audience, they said that they like when I kind of like talk to the girls sometimes. Like, it sounds good. So, so I like having fun with that, just being jokey and just showing my personality.
Yeah, that's dope. Let the people know where they can follow you at again, Scientific. Get all the music, get everything involved with you, man. Go ahead, plug away.
Y'all want to get with Scientific? Get at scientific.com, SCEYENTIFIK. I spell it different because I'm different. Self came into existence now through Islam, free and ignorance constantly. That's what it means. So if you ever want to go there, scientific.com, Spotify, Amazon, on all the social media platforms, IG and Facebook.
It is. Tap in. We'll be right back here at Cloth Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere.
Song goes out to all the freaks in the house. Yeah.
I just never seen it happen to me though. Like me getting caught up.
Pulled up in the loaded Phantom, house in the hills. Sunshine's beaming off the black car, thinking, my God, if they're paying my bills. Speechless as I pulled my head up while grabbing my bags. You was walking past outside. Had to fix my face watching you pass by, I can't lie. First thing, I gotta know what's your name. It's insane, you're clouding up my membrane. Had to confess, I had to ask my friend. The art of finesse, what do you recommend? Next thing, I had to know what you say. The end game, the only thing on my brain. Here is the chance on how to earn my chance with you. No other man with you, damn girl, I can't wait to live like a king every day. You're my queen in every way. I'm like a paraplegic, you would never believe this. I can't stand to live without pain. You live like a queen every day. Command the clouds and leave for my rain. Yes, us against the plane, minus the pain.
From the looks of your body, you a gym rat, just like me. You like to read books as a hobby, well that's just like me. You like to rise early, wake and bake, just like me. You like to get brains, to give brains, well that's just like. And for the record, you got a high IQ, and gotta have to make Mike Lowry say I do. A little taller than I normally like, about 5'2". She said you're much more handsomer just to get inside. Boo. See the humor is how I got you. Them rumors, they didn't stop you. You heard I was a street dude like a Southwest carry on. Knew I came with baggage. A 2-time felon who cheats like Robert Parrish. Now we live lavish, 2 children in marriage. Social media posts updating our status. I couldn't wait to make you my missus. You so bad, toe tag to the rest of them bitches.
I can't wait to live like a king every day. You're my queen in every way. I'm like a paraplegic, you would never believe this. I can't stand to live without pain. You live like a queen every day. Command the clouds and leave for my rain. Yes, us against the plane, minus the pain.
Alright, we are back. That was Can't Wait. Man, this album is a smash. Off the Bad Boys project, The Scientific with Xavion, of course. That shit sounding good, man.
Yeah.
That shit sounding
Xavion killed that.
Now, we're going to get visuals for this project.
Yes,
thank you. And I'm about to say, this guy, the way this shit sounding, you gotta.
We got one visual for Daily.
Okay.
So and that's another thing too. We double back. We use Daily on Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
And also the lead single for Bad Boys. So we put it on both projects.
Smart. That's smart.
On both projects.
Nice. Smart.
And, we actually shot a short film for it.
Word.
So it's called Diamond District.
Hey.
It's based off the Bad Boys, the album.
Yeah.
Throughout the album, it's about a 24-minute movie. We'll have all the songs and stuff.
Oh, that's hard.
So you get to see a little bit of acting, some of the brands, some of the music, then some of the other artists around here. So
that's gonna be fire.
Yeah,
I can't wait till that drop. I'll be waiting for that.
Probably next week.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
we getting it soon.
Yeah, it's been done. They just doing the final
edits and all that, touching it up,
scoring it up.
Ooh,
yeah,
man!
He said it was graded and everything. Everything is cool.
Oh, that's gonna look nice. So now we get to see your acting chops.
Yeah.
All right, man. So a lot of events coming up for you, man. A lot of things. Your fucking schedule is crazy. Like right now, you're running everywhere. You're all over the goddamn place.
Tonight we got a show at the Classics Victory, the 100 Round Drums live band. Myself, Scientific, Sonny Campbell, Rose Gold Rack, 100 Round Drums, Xavion, of course. So we got that tonight, and then July 15th we have the Summer of Dreams fashion show down at the Vault. Women and children. We got children involved, so it's a kid-friendly event.
Nice.
We'll have some performances, some national acts, some local performers.
Nice.
A lot of vendors.
Nice.
A lot of vendors, and just a nice little community event. So yeah. So we got that coming up. We also have, which is yesterday's paper, as y'all can see that I'm wearing. Yesterday's paper is a designer for the fashion show. Nice. I'm also the brand ambassador for that.
Yeah.
We also have, what else we got coming up? We also got the Versus, myself and Veda Azim.
Yeah.
August 15th.
That's what the people want.
Excuse me, August 12th.
August 12th.
We bringing Stally in, Blue Collar Gang.
Woo!
We'll be live at DFG. Mm-hmm. Make sure you get your tickets on Eventbrite, or hit me up my DM. You get something in person.
Yeah.
So that's what we got going on right now. We cooking up this fashion show. We got this Diamond District movie about to drop, which is a short film. We'll figure out where we're gonna show it and let everybody know.
Yeah.
The fashion show again. I'm gonna shout out the fashion show.
Yeah.
We got the fashion show Buckeye Bye Week. This is annual, September 30th. We'll also have another fashion show.
Hey.
So make sure y'all tap in. We're doing a lot of good things in the city. A lot of great things in the city. So come on out, and if you want to be a part of it, figure out how to be a part of it. We always trying to grow and work.
Woo, yeah, that was gonna be my next thing to piggyback off of. Like people probably hearing them like, yo, how can I get involved?
Yeah,
Can I get involved?
Either hit the Mac ENT page, which is the IG for music, movies and more. That's what our motto. So hit that page, DM or hit Scientific or hit myself or Rose Gold or Van Vito, and just if you got ideas, let's see if we can put them together and work.
Yeah, there you go. All right, while they're down here, Scientific, wrapping this up. So we have a segment on here called This or That. So I'm going to give you two things to pick from, two options. You got to pick one over the other and tell us why you chose the one that you chose.
Okay.
Ready to play?
Yes, sir.
All right, This or That with Scientific, everyone. All right, here we go. First one. Win the Powerball for an estimated jackpot of $370 million. Powerball jackpot for $370 million, or $5,000 a month for 20 years straight. I read it again for you. Cause this is what people go wrong at Scientific. Motherfuckers answer this shit too quick. Win the Powerball for estimated jackpot $370 million, or $5,000 for 20 years straight, a month. $5,000 a month for 20 years straight, or $370 million jackpot. What we doing?
Am I gonna live these whole 20? Now,
this is what people don't think about,
right,
do they?
what is the survival rate of this 20?
That's a good thing to think about. Will I be around to get that 5,000 every month for 20 years straight?
I think that I'm taking the 370. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Just like a black man. Give me all the money up front.
Give it to me right now.
$370 million right up front. You want the money right there.
Because I believe that I know that with my mentality that I'm going to get something done that we need done as opposed to something generational.
Okay.
Or I'm going to put us in position to where that 5,000 ain't just going to do it for a month. $5,000 a month ain't going to do it. That's
20 years straight though.
That's 60 a year.
That's not enough.
That's 60 a year.
They ain't getting it done.
60 a year, not in Columbus. Not in Columbus. My bills is 40,000 a year.
God damn, Jesus.
So yeah, I would because I believe that I have the mentality that I'm smart enough to make sure the money goes where it should go, and that our family and a few of our families.
Yeah.
It should probably
take care of.
It should probably be. If let's just say it should be 10 families.
Okay.
Let's say I got 10 good friends. 10 families I know for sure that we should never have to need anything again.
Good.
Like like the next couple seeds going up. Like there should have businesses. We should be, and while we got this money, we should actually be educating so the next generation can know exactly where to keep it maneuvering so that we never have to look back. But
Smart.
yes.
Going with
and then I'm going to Hawaii. I just want to go to Hawaii.
Selfish motherfucker.
Yeah. Hawaii.
Okay, go with 370 million Powerball jackpot. One time. Give me the lump sum.
Give me the lump sum. But as soon as I get it, I'm gonna make sure that this money is set to where we cool. Like we gonna take a vacation first. The whole plan. The whole plan is everybody we know. For sure.
No random passengers.
No random passengers. Everybody we know. We know is everybody was on this plane. And we out for a week for sure.
I love it. All right, got another one for you. All right, here we go. Sell your entire catalog to Universal Records for $1.5 million, or open up an envelope handed to you by Ninth Wonder.
Knife gonna give me some game.
And you don't know what's in that envelope. Knife what? So you can either sell your entire catalog.
My entire catalog.
Everything. Wipe the fuck out. You don't own shit with the name Scientific on that shit no more. That shit is owned by Universal. They give you $1.5 million. Or you can take this envelope handed to you by Knife Wonder. Damn. You don't know what's in that envelope. I think we got him, ladies and gentlemen. Got him thinking.
What is, damn, Knife, what you got in there? What's in that envelope? I know it ain't $1 million. But
you don't know what it is in there. It could be more than $1 million.
Man, independent artists, we all want ownership. How many current streams I got right now?
You trying to justify it?
How many? Do I got $1 million catalog right now? I might have to
try to justify it.
Man,
Universal, like, listen, take the 1.5. We own all that. Your name is wiped off everything. Here's your check. Goodbye, sir. Or Knife Wonder, like.
I think I'm gonna have to rock with Knife Wonder.
Ooh!
I think I gotta rock with Knife.
I'm gonna take the envelope.
Because I think it's gonna be something.
Whatever's in that envelope
to get me to the next. It's gonna get me to the next. It's gonna be at least a jewel. It's gonna be at least a jewel.
So that jewel you're banking on is going to be worth more than that 1.5.
It's gonna be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be the key to the system or something.
Something in that damn envelope. I want to give it to you.
To be weighed up against that 1.5. It gotta be something in there.
It gotta be. You gonna take the gamble?
Yeah, I think I'm a gambler. I'm gonna holler at Knife. But that 370, I'm gonna take that 370. But on this one, I'm gonna holler at Knife Wonder.
All right, turn it down, Universal. No, y'all can't have my name and nothing. None of my catalog. Wow.
I'm gonna rock with Knife Wonder for the 1 million. Because he gonna have 2 million in there. He
gotta have
something.
You praying hard for that? Like, I want to open this shit slow too. Like.
Shout out to Knife Wonder.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the greatest producers, man, ever. All right, here we go. Give up everything in your career to save 5 unknown people. Give up everything in your career to save 5 unknown people. The modeling, the acting, the music, the partnerships, the brand deals, the ambassadors, the book writing, the speaking, perform, all done. No more Scientific, you're done. Or, and that's to save 5 unknown people's lives. Or, hit the block again for 6 months to save 30 people's lives.
You said give up everything or save 5 people's lives?
Yeah, unknown.
So
these could be people close to you, not close to you, random strangers, people, lives that you're saving, 5 unknown. But everything, you got to give it up. No more recording, no more writing, no more getting behind the camera, no more action, no more dressing up, no more runway, no more shoots, no more brand deal.
No more you.
You're done. Your career done.
No more being who you are.
Yep, you just exist as Michael now. You're just Mike. Nobody knows nothing about you.
I probably would
save 5 unknown people. Rather than hit the block again for 6 months to save 30 lives. 6 months, save 30.
Hit the block.
6 months, save 30. You got to get back out there for 6 months to save those 30 lives.
I'm gonna probably do.
Or you can save the 5 unknown, but we know that they can probably be close to you or not. But because they unknown, I'm
gonna save the lives.
5 people give up everything.
Yeah, because the whole.
Wow, I just thought you was gonna swing the other way.
I got a song called One Life, and the whole purpose of the song is if you could just save one person. If you could save one person, because you can't save everybody,
right?
You know what I'm saying. So if you could save one person from sin or from an ailment, sickness, or whatever the case may be, their life, and so then you figured it out.
Hey,
this ain't about you. You know what I'm saying? The gift that you got is not for you.
True.
It's not your gift. It's why we give it away. That's why you give it away. It's not yours.
True.
You know, so I would go with savings. If my goal was to save 1 and I got a chance to save 5, yeah, I would save 5.
Giving up everything is worth it.
I would give it up, yeah. Wow. Because I believe that at the end of the day, it's going to mean more to them than it did me.
Those 5 unknown people. Yeah. Wow. That's admirable. Yeah. Wow, that's big. And it just speaks to your growth. Yeah. All right.
I don't want to hit that block. The block is hot.
6 months. That go quick.
The block is hot.
You've been there and done that.
Ooh, the block is hot.
The block is hot. Especially nowadays. It's probably way different.
It's too hot.
Too hot.
It's sizzling.
Jesus Christ. It's not even worth it. All right, here we go. Do a scene with Will Smith or a buddy comedy movie with Marlon Wayans.
What kind of scene with Will Smith?
So you are the bad guy in the scene. Will is hunting down the bad guy. He finally captures you, and y'all are finally face to face.
I'm doing the scene with Will.
A whole movie? Turn down a whole movie with Marlon Wayans.
I'm doing the scene with Will Smith.
You want to do that scene with Will? He finally captures you, and y'all face to face, and y'all have that scene where he finally got you.
Yep.
And you're the bad guy.
Yep. I'm doing the scene with Will.
That'd be epic.
You talking about one of the biggest artists, musical artists, and performers in the game. Like, you talking about Ice Cube and Will Smith and you know what I'm saying, that type of
fucking icons.
Independence Day. You talking about independent, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's Big Willie. You doing that scene with Will over the.
And when I was younger, a lot of people used to say I look like Will Smith. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that scene.
You're doing the scene with Will. Hey, all right. Here's the last one, and then we're gonna play Guess to Guess Quest Bowl, which is that red bowl right there. In a second. All right, last one. Last this or that with Scientific, everyone. Be the lead in a Netflix series, or be the love interest to Nia Long in a movie. Lead in a Netflix series.
I'm gonna be the love interest.
Or love interest for Nia Long.
I'm gonna be the love interest of Nia.
Really?
I think the love interest of Nia Long is gonna take me much further than the lead role in Netflix. And I get to kiss her. And I get to kiss her.
That's once in a lifetime. I get to be intimate with Nia Long. Gonna be the love interest.
Yes. Easy. That was
Fuck
easy.
Be the lead. That's an easy one.
Easy. That was an easy number 2.
Yeah. All right, Scientific. Go ahead and grab that red ball right there, if you will. So this game is called. No, you can hold it.
Okay.
Yep. So this game is called Guess to Guess Quest Bowl. Shout out to FDZ Graffiti, who helped me title the name of the segment for the show when she was on. So what it is, Scientific, I'll explain the game to you, and I'll probably try to do a play-by-play for people who aren't watching on YouTube. So what it is, so I'll explain it to the people. So in that red bowl, Scientific has a red bowl, there is a bunch of random questions from guests who sat in that seat, or also guests who, or listeners who submitted questions via email. And if you want to send questions for future guests, and artists, independent artists, if you want to get your music played during the breaks on the pod, send that to clothtalk5@gmail.com. So in that bowl, Scientific is a bunch of fucking random questions. Could be any fucking thing. It's out of people that listen. So you can draw as many as you want. You can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however you want. So give it a good shuffle. When you draw one, open, read out loud, and answer honestly. So right now, Scientific is giving the questions a good shuffle. All right, he got one. Read out loud and answer honestly.
One thing in your life that you changed for the better. My financial situation. Do I put this back?
Put on the side since you already answered it, so you don't get it again. A little bit more zeros in the bank account.
Yeah, a little more zeros.
All right, he's going for another one. Good shuffle. All right. Submit your questions to clothtalk5@gmail.com.
If you woke up with the opposite genitals in the morning, but they were porn star quality and it can never be reversed, what you doing? If you woke up with the opposite genitals, so the opposite genitals in the morning, but they were porn star quality and it can never be reversed, what you doing? I'm going to squirt on something. I'm going to squirt on something.
Immediately,
I'm going to
somebody gets squirted on. God damn.
Hell no, man. How many more we got?
Yeah, I remember you going to do
one more.
You want to do one more? All right. You go for one more.
Damn.
All right, you got one more. Here we go.
Okay, if you were stranded on a deserted island, what 3 things would you bring to eat, and what 3 people would you bring?
Okay.
Damn, I'm bringing some fish,
Hey.
some cucumbers, and tater tots.
Tater tot fan. Underrated food, by the way.
Tater tots go well with everything.
Tater tots, cucumbers, and fish. All right, you got your foods down. Now, who the 3 people?
Oh man. Can I bring my 3 girlfriends? No, I'll probably bring, if I'm on I'm stranded. Who do I want? Oh, that's man. Who do you want to be stranded with? Who would not get on your nerves?
That's the key.
Ooh,
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take my daughter.
Okay.
I'm gonna take her 2 kids.
Your daughter and the grandkid.
Your daughter and the grandkids.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, you can throw those back in there.
Make that easy.
Yeah, and there you go. And after the show's over, you'll add questions into the bowl. All right, man. Scientific, man. Thank you for coming through, man. This was a pleasure. This was dope. Chopping it up with you, going through your music, get your story. Everything associated with you, man. I think your story is a profound one, you know, from everything that you went through in your life, doing 13 years, you know, not feeling defeated,
right?
You know, because anybody that comes out of that can easily feel defeated and just like, you know, be on some fuck life type shit. Like, I'm not even going to try. What's the point? Right. You know, you battle through it all. You know, you share everything honestly in your music. You know, and I just appreciate you for coming through, spending the time with a brother and chopping it up with us, man.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Cloth Talk for having me, man. Shout out for Raheem for setting
definitely.
it up.
Shout out to Raheem. Any last words you want to leave the people with, man?
Just be yourself, and that is the best thing that you can be, because nobody else can be you like you. So just be yourself, because that uniqueness, that individuality is what sets you apart, is what makes you different, and that uniqueness and that is what makes us the same too. It's the same because we all have those same type of qualities. So just do what you feel is right, treat people right, and the fruits will come back to you.
I love it. Last and final question, and we wrap this up. What's the biggest misconception about Michael?
That I'm conceited. that I'm
People
conceited.
think you're conceited.
I think I'm conceited. I think I have a big head when really I'm just I embrace some of the things that I've been given, and I don't brag. I don't boast. I don't talk about a lot of things that we may or may not done of good things. So I think it's just a misconception sometimes. It may be a silent arrogance. So.
Conceited and big headed.
Yeah, but
false.
Yeah, I just have fun. I just like to have fun. Sometimes, sometimes confidence comes out in fun, but it's nothing to nothing. I'm never the braggadocious type. So
yeah, you don't put yourself like I'm better than people.
Absolutely not.
Love it. They all have it. Scientific, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Shout out to Scientific. Follow Scientific. Follow Mac ENT. Shout out to my man Rose Gold Racks, Van Vito, and the whole Columbus 614. Y'all
there it is, the whole city. If you fuck with this episode, subscribe, like, comment, everything. Cloth Talk Podcast. Follow, share, all that good stuff. We out. See you in another episode. Peace.